what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, to Tyrone's channel, and to It's J Dub's channel. Tonight we are here to discuss live panel review, to discuss Ready to Love Dallas Part 2, and this is going to be episode number 1. You guys know how I do. I like to start and go around the room, but if you are watching and if you're in on my channel or J Dub's channel or Tyrone's channel, please make sure you click that thumbs up. If you are new here on my channel, shout out to you guys. I appreciate you for joining my soulmate community. Shout out to my soulmates that are already in the chat. Y'all already got the chat live. I appreciate you so much. But you know how I like to do? I like to start with everyone going around the room. We're going to start with It's J Dub. Introduce yourself. Let them know where they can find you on social media platforms. And yeah, we're going to keep it moving.
Okay, well, that was a lovely introduction, Sabrina. I'm glad to be back on the panel. It feel like it's been forever since we've been here, and I definitely had to make it tonight for the first episode, because I needed to show the world what a Coogee sweater actually looked like. Oh. I was offended by I don't even know the cast member guy. Everybody's I'm looking at him in his Coogee sweater. I'm like, oh my god, that is not a Coogee sweater. That's a Fuji. And I was upset. Yeah, I was upset. So I just wanted to remind people. I know it's a timeless classic, but I just had to put that back out there. But you can find me on YouTube. You know, it's J Dub. I do reviews on reality shows. Just giving up my perspective from a male's point of view. And you can find me on IG at its_J Dub. And that's it.
Tyrone.
What's up, everybody? Tyrone Wilson. You can find me at Ty Wilson 21 everywhere. Pleasure to be here. I look forward to getting through this season and see what happens.
Pio.
Sorry about that. I was on mute. Y'all already know what it is. I'm back again to talk. Just wanted to let y'all know it's not cold in here. I'm wearing this hat today because I had to hurry up and leave out of the barber. I'm getting a man unit, and he only got this part in. So, just kidding.
Yo, hook me up. Send me the number.
Oh God.
You already 100 sightings, man. I'm out.
Hi everyone, I'm Cynthia. I'm from season 7. I'm happy to be here. I think is this my first panel outside my season? It is, right? It is.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, I'm here to bring all the positive comments. Okay, so that's it. That's why I'm here. All right.
Stacy.
Well, I love seeing with her positivity. I'm Stacey B. Y'all know y'all can find me at Stacy_B, mostly hovering on the Instagram streets because the way my ADD hits. But I'm happy. I've missed all the rich uncles over here. I've missed chilling with y'all, and of course, the lovely Sabrina and Sin. I can't wait till we get into it tonight.
Yes.
Oh, I should have said Rich Zaddies, huh? And J Dub. You can't be a zaddy because you taking bad.
Definitely taking.
All right, guys. You know how we do. I have my screenshots, and we're gonna be putting screenshots. But this episode, I really don't have that many screenshots. As I watched the episode back, I realized there wasn't like any scenes that went yeah. There were a couple, so I did do some screenshots. You know, I put them up on the screen, and then too, I thought to myself, why don't I just play the clip? And then when I was looking at all the clips were so long and it was so informational. So I really hope that my panelists really watched the episode because I don't really got too much for you. But anyway, I didn't take detailed notes because I really want to try to keep this under 2 hours if possible. And I know the longer I talk, the longer this is going to go. And I don't want to talk too much. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started. So before we get started, you guys know I like to ask you, how are you feeling about this season so far?
Oh, I guess I get in there. I'm gonna say this. It's a little too early for me to really know, but what I can say is I like that they're starting to change some things, because to me this show needed some change. You know, the majority of people, we want to go back to the retreat setting because we got a lot of success. Everybody's just hollering about just go to the resort. And I agree, but this is a good start, especially when they introduce the games and going with the 10 selections. Like I said, I may not agree with every change, but I'm just glad to see that something is happening besides a curveball.
Tyrone?
I don't like it. You know, I don't like it. So I don't, man. Like, I could do math. And if they're really trying to promote connections, then why would you double the chance of somebody being eliminated? And then why would you give, you know, half the cast immunity on day one?
Yep.
And then give the second group, you know, so in my mind, it means that I'm going to assume next week the men will have immunity, which means that this is obviously a group of men that they don't care if they got voted off on day one, you know, production. Right. So that's what, you know, had me thinking. And, you know, that's just my thoughts. Like, the math is not working out for me. Like, everyone's supposed to be there. Why would you take away half of a person's potential connections? Right? Put all the group together, let them sort it out like adults instead of making decisions for them. That's it. That's it.
I don't know. Oh, go ahead.
No, okay, go ahead.
I think they are really running out of ideas. They're trying to drum something up. They're trying to throw something at the wall, see what sticks. I just don't feel like, I don't know. The format feels a little off. Feels kind of awkward. I get it. You know, they don't want to do the curveball, but I think that they're trying to stir up a little bit of drama too early with these double mixers, and then they on, you know, kind of, you know what I mean, get the party started a little bit early. It just feels off. You know, it seems more drama based and not love connection ish. I'm done.
Just to add to that, well, you know, drama makes great TV. You know what I mean? The people got to find their way. You know, it's either they got it or they don't. The only thing I could say that was different about this particular season is I have never seen in the on the show that they show the confessionals when the producer is like directing, like when that one guy that didn't show up and it was like, are you nervous? Do you need a shot? I have never seen that. So it was kind of odd to me that they put, because I had some moments and I thank God that they didn't put that on TV, you know, but it was just odd to put that on there when they know he was not even going to show up anyway. You know, they should have just left them out, and they should have just let this first season actually just run through, because they already lost one guy. He didn't show up at all. That's just my take on this one. But I think it's going to be a funny season. I'm here for it. There's a couple of guys I see that shouldn't be there already, you know. And let's see how it goes.
Stacey?
Well, I like the changes because it gave me something new to see, something other than the typical. My problem was all the women came to show out, and I just feel like the men were just like a little bit dusty. Like, they came in, they weren't on their Sunday best. They wearing these little shirts and stuff. And I'm not trying to say anything bad about them, but I'm like, are you trying to really impress upon these women, or did you get the call last night to show up because they weren't sure who was gonna come? So, I mean, I love that the women were top notch. I was like, yeah, run me another 10 tomorrow, Tommy, because woo, chow. And clearly it wasn't just me. It wasn't just us here. So don't think that I'm bashing anybody, or, you know, I don't talk about clothes. I do not talk about people's clothes and stuff like that. But Alexis was right all along with us. Like, why is you coming here with these tennis shoes like this? And like, you're not ready. Like, you're not taking this seriously. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It didn't look like some of the men were taking it seriously. So if they go and say they never watched any seasons or anything like that, they are a lie, because this lets me know they done seen it before and they were like, oh, I'm in here. It's all good. I'm gonna get through this. It don't matter.
Well, you know what? Can I just double off of what you said real quick, Stacy? And I'll say this. I, I gotta support a little bit my men that wore the Nikes because I actually have that same pair. Now, the problem with that is it was just in the wrong arena because the shoes are like, you know, they didn't match he could have swagged it out a little bit, but that just didn't match the whole thing. But maybe on like a weekend at Walmart, there you go, that works. But they're nice shoes.
Yeah, they were nice shoes on another occasion. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're nice shoes. And it's not simply the shoes. It's just everything was just lackluster. It was underwhelming. I wanted these guys to really be, something different. And only thing different we saw were the rules.
Yeah. Well, I feel the same way. I feel like for one, the person that got eliminated, what if, and I said it on my live reaction, like what if his wife was in the second group? Like he is never gonna get a chance to meet her now. Like we always talk about. What were you about to say, Tyrone?
I was gonna say it seemed like they don't care.
They don't.
Meet her at the reunion.
If they even give that man a chance to talk, because y'all know the first one that get eliminated barely get a spot to even speak. They want him to show up though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They be sitting up there on the stage, but they don't really talk to the first person that get eliminated. Honestly,
that's true.
Yeah, so it's like he didn't even stand a chance. Like we talk about so much. Like one of the things we say is not to eliminate somebody on the first day, but you gonna eliminate somebody that didn't even see the other women, the other 6 women that could have been a great match. Like, are y'all really trying to make matches, or is this really for show? It is straight entertainment at this point. Straight entertainment.
Not to mention, he was only, I'm sorry. This is real quick, Paul. Not to mention, he was only one of the 4 guys that actually came dressed like he wanted to meet people.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
The producers have the final say. It's not really the women, it's the producers. And they saw that Nutcracker outfit and was like, you know what, man, we can't have this. And Homegirl, and I mean, realistically, it was a nice little swaggy thing to do. I just think he came. I don't think that he rocked that in the right form. That might have been a good brunch outfit, to be honest.
I mean, I wasn't mad at it. It could have been something he made himself. It could have been,
for sure,
a talking point for him. If anything, I blame the people who approved the outfits. You know what I mean? You can't meet no grown women in sneakers, man. Come on.
But you know what, too, Todd? When we go to that round table meeting and sit with the producers, they probably already had it out for him. And it's like, and he sent them probably 6 or 7 outfits, and they said that one. They knew what it was.
But he shouldn't have submitted an outfit with sneakers. Sneakers should not have been an option.
It was obviously approved. Come on, y'all know we all been on. Most of us up here have been on Ready to Love, and we got to send them all of our outfits from head to toe before we even show up for any scene, for anything.
And they're very specific about our outfits.
Absolutely.
If they're like, wear something like you're going to an after 5, they'll be like, wear something like a brunch. They will be very specific, and we have to send, I don't know how many y'all had to send, but we had to send 3 to 4 choices and still bring some just in case.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'll give him credit though that the sneakers were Louboutins. I actually like the sneakers. They probably just would look different, in a different type of setting, and like maybe jeans or something. I don't know.
But wasn't he the one that made the comment about the girl's body? It was him, right? The guy that dressed like the Nutcracker. What's his name?
DeMonte.
DeMonte, he was like, which one you're physically attracted to? When the girls was in Elimination with Tommy, he said something like that. It was him.
Oh, was it? I don't. You know what? I heard that and I didn't catch who said it. And they were talking about Mika, I think, right?
Yeah. It was like, which out of one of the girls, which one you're physically attracted to?
And someone said Mika.
It was him.
Yeah,
it was him.
But I didn't know the suit was. I mean, the sneakers with a suit was a thing. That seemed like that's the trend now. People doing it a whole lot. I don't think
but you
white sneakers,
but he's a fashion dude, right? And he should know you don't wear high top sneakers with suits. You wear low cuts.
I was talking about. I think we're talking about the other. I was talking about the other Will.
He talking
about the comedian,
right? The
white Nikes.
Yeah.
William with the peach.
Yeah,
that's the one I was talking about. The one with the peach button up.
Yeah.
I wasn't referring to the fashion designer. I was talking about William with the peach button up.
That's the guy that had the tennis shoes on.
Yeah,
they both did. Yeah.
Oh shoot, I'm tripping, y'all. I'm so into the dang on. Y'all keep talking.
Talk amongst yourself.
But the thing with Glenn, you know, I wasn't a fan of the way that they made him look. You know, just because he had a little bit of social anxiety. You know, in my opinion, getting out that truck is not easy. You know what I mean? It's not easy. And I really feel like because he's taking it this way, like it's coming off as if, you know, he's really being genuine about the process and he's about to show the world his true self. So it's a big deal for him, you know, and I think, you know, he's going to end up doing well, you know.
He's not coming on. Didn't you hear Tommy eliminated his ass.
Someone said they think that they saw him on one of the preview shots.
I feel like he may come back, you know. Or else, why even bring it up? Why bring it up?
Well, at least he's handsome.
I think. I feel like the reason why they brought it up is to show you why there's going to be that off balance, because you seen Tommy with the fake ass phone call talking about, oh yeah, you know, it's Tommy Miles. Call me, hit me back. Now I don't know who got his number. He didn't leave Tommy. Ain't nobody got Tommy's number to be hitting nobody.
Nah, I think it's just a prerequisite that they call somebody every season. You know,
I feel like a plant situation. I think
they don't be on the phone with nobody.
Right, they're dead air.
I don't know, but
what did he say? What was his name? Hey, Glenn, Tommy Miles here, man. We waiting for you.
What's the statute of limitation on these contracts? Because y'all be going.
Mine is over.
Ours is over now.
It's a year. It's usually a year from the airing of your reunion.
Yeah, you still under. So
you almost there. You almost there. Hell, you might be there by now. We done had. I can't even remember.
We aired January 13th. Made it a year.
Oh, you
from
almost
the first
there.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah, you almost there.
Episode.
You can talk your stuff in 2 months.
Oh yeah.
Facts. All right. So first we actually have. So I just took the pictures as they were entering into the scene, and like I said, you know, they just showed everybody kind of mingling, having little sidebar conversations. So the first person they did introduce is April. How do y'all feel about April?
I like April.
She sell DRUGSs. She sell dime bags.
Oh man, she hustling.
Of insulin. Of insulin.
I like
Tylenol 3. It's something spicy about her that I like. It's like a hidden spice. I like her.
Yeah, I think she's like no nonsense. Like, you know what I mean? Let's get down to the business of it all.
I did get mad. So like, let me get mad at production like P.O. always does. That one time in her confessional when they could have told her to fix that little lash from falling off, and they didn't want to tell her nothing. I was like, y'all could have helped my girl out.
They didn't tell me. They not gonna tell her. They ain't tell nobody.
I was just like, man, they did a dirty with that one. Because she's too pretty for them to be doing like that.
I ain't gonna tell her. You already know that, Stacy. When I was eating Korean barbecue, my eyelash was like this. Ain't nobody tell me. And they had the audacity to zoom in. They zoomed in on the eyelash. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, what are you talking about? Shh, they not gonna tell you.
They not.
But anyway, that's April. So next up we have Luron.
I feel like he remind me of Maury. I think there's a lot of 2.0s on this show. I don't know if it's typecasting or it's coincidence. I'm seeing a lot of different people. I'm seeing Z. I'm seeing Joy. I'm seeing some things.
Hey, really be.
I totally agree with you,
true.
man. I feel like they have a character version and they just recast it. That same character, and they probably gonna put them in the same slots.
Yeah. I pop bottles. I chill with models.
Honey, he's like, I go out Wednesday to Sunday.
This is
I'm
true.
in for this.
Chill.
I just feel like anything, like it goes in one ear and out the other. Anytime it sounds like you do so much that you would throw off somebody's pH with one kiss. Don't look at me. You would throw off my pH.
Oh.
So all that partying and stuff, it would have already missed me.
Wow. Look, really BTV said these dudes are some dudes. Oh my God. Designs and Decor says he reminds me of my Popeyes manager. I cannot. Yeah, well, we're gonna see how far he go, because Wednesday to Sunday, like, yeah, he already given he's not ready to love just by that comment. So I don't know, but it's a lot of women out here that stay in the club. I tell you that like
That's
being in the club. So he'll definitely find someone. Let's see if he can find someone on this show, maybe on other shows, but maybe not on this one. I don't know. We'll see though. To be continued. All right, guys. Moving forward, we have Mika, 36. She is an esthetician. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Luron, 31? He is a systems operations manager. All right. We got Mika, 36. And Mika has no kids. She says she don't get no kids, and she might want some kids, but she don't got.
She got two.
Kids.
She got
two.
kids.
She got 2 kids.
2 kids.
And she ain't having no more.
Right.
Oh, I thought that was you, y'all. I got my notes. Hold on. Let me change my notes. She got 2 kids. Who else? Who was it that said? Was it Kiosha? Not Kiosha. Koshia.
Koshia.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So how y'all feeling about Mika? What you think she bringing to this season?
Nothing but thickness.
Oh.
I think wow.
Wow. As she's sitting waits in the car while celebrities get facials.
I think she's gorgeous. She brings a little
beautiful.
something. I think she brings a little something different, and I like her upfrontness, I guess.
Yeah, she's straightforward. Straight shooter.
Yes. Yeah, she seems like level-headed, seems like she's she's on point like a razor.
Like a razor.
P.O. like Mika.
I like them all. I like them all.
I'm gonna say this might not be the show for her, because it seemed like this show is like heavy, ready to have a baby, not ready to love. So everybody talking about how many kids can you have off the break, off the top. Forget love when we're gonna procreate.
But you know what? I think the producers do kind of, drum up the Smashery talk or whatever. Like they coach it.
Right. Like, when do you have that conversation? Have you ever been flued out by a celebrity?
Right.
Who's supposed to know that? Unless you're just freely talking about that.
Exactly. So Reek says she's pretty, but admitting that groupie fly out was wild. I actually said it. I was like, dang, I was like, some guys might look at that as like not being like kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you being flued out with celeb, like, are you even first of all, on my level, do I even got a chance? Like, hold on. You know what I mean? Because men get intimidated by stuff like that, for one. You know, and then it's like, dang, who else flying you out? Like, how many times you done been flued out? I need to know. I need to know the count. You know what I'm saying? I need to know the flued out, the body count, the flued out count. I need to know the counts. You know what I'm saying? Like no, honestly, guys, it's 3 guys on here. Tell the truth. Like,
talk about
I just want to know if you were okay with Coach. Yeah, because that ain't my style. But if you're okay with it,
yeah.
And that's not me trying to be funny.
But see, here's one thing. Here's a character flaw that I saw off the top, which is this. And I mean, you know, we'll see how this unfolds. But the mere fact that you sat in the whole car and waited.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like he should have came back to an empty car. Right.
You ain't do nothing.
Yeah.
You just waited there.
So that right there
just makes me think, who was the celebrity though?
Well,
like,
I mean,
that would be a follow-up question.
Obviously, somebody were her waiting for, because she was sitting there waiting.
No, allegedly it was Chris Rock.
No.
No.
No. No. But I mean, I guess guys, we all got different perspectives. You know, for me, I don't need to know that information, and I don't put me in certain rooms. You know, that's your pass or whatever. As long as you ain't getting flued out right now, you know, that's all I'm worried about. I don't have nothing to do with that. But
I'll be damned. Oh, sorry. I thought that was a pod. Go ahead, Jay.
I forgot. Go ahead.
I'll be damned, because how you sitting there getting your man ass getting a facial and then left me, the woman, in the car getting dry? Hell no. I would have Ubered so quick up out of there. Let me tell you something. And Ty, even though I had to step away, I did not miss you and the coach comment. So we know you flies them out on Coach. Can it be at least Delta Coach, sir?
No, I do not. I have never.
I do. I use my air miles, discounts, coupon codes,
Spirit,
whatever it takes.
We can
I'll get you halfway there, and then the bus can get you the rest of the way.
I would never. See, y'all be meeting the right ones, honey, because I'm telling you, I would have called your mama on my way out too and play with me. I would have found her number and be like, you know what your son over here doing?
Or Amtrak.
Somebody say that's Alexis Sky cousin.
I saw that.
So she turned a new leaf, so maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Ready to Love Soul Plane. Yes. Yes.
But I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna say this last comment. Usually when women say things like that, it's because they want the guy that's like pursuing them to know that's what they want. You know what I mean? That's what they want. They're just that type of girl, like, meet me there. You know, that's typically why they do that.
Yeah.
Because that's something she could have kept to herself, honestly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that was a bit much to expose so soon, but I don't think she thought about it. I don't think a lot of people, especially when they're about to be on national television, a lot of things that they might do and that they might say, I don't think they understand the magnitude that it can have until like after it happens, and they're like, I shouldn't have said it, but then, you know what I mean? And that's fine, because you don't know, especially if you've never been on TV before, you know what I mean? And you don't know how people are going to take it, especially if she's the type of person that say what she say, she mean what she say, and she don't care and don't think about, you know, the repercussions afterwards or the consequences or whatever, or the negativity that might come from it. You know, you just don't think about that kind of stuff, especially if you're out, have an outspoken personality. So, you know,
But y'all know how that happened. She probably had that in some fact finding conversation with production, because we didn't see her mention anything like that talking to the guys, and all the guys were looking like they were trying to figure out who it was. So it's probably a side conversation. She just kikied with production, and then boom, y'all know how they do. They slide it out there.
That's a good observation, Stacey. Yeah.
You know what? Normally I call that stuff out. Damn. Yeah.
You slipping.
Right.
Don't start 2024 slipping. Not behind me, honey.
Yeah, you know, I got to get my production swagger back, because I definitely lost it. Yeah, they trashed her on that one.
Yeah, someone said, Anisha said that she's the one that also says that size does matter. That is true too.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that statement.
Yeah, because who wants a little bank account?
I'll allow it.
A little bank account. Oh
my God, Paul, I miss you so much. Come, fly me up there.
You gonna take the bus halfway now? Don't forget.
I'll be damned.
Come on, I got 200,000 Delta miles. You know, I can spare about 15,000.
Oh, that'll give me that. You know, I'm in Houston. You know they like these Houston girls flying all over. Don't worry about it.
You gonna take the bus? Oh my God!
Here we go.
Oh God! Everybody miss you, PO. Everybody miss you, PO.
Oh, that's so special.
He's back.
Good. Hey, Jeremy. Thank you. Oh my God! All right, guys. Let me put this back up on the screen. All right, next up we have DeMonte, 42, fashion stylist. And from what I gathered from it, he is in the middle of fixing his credit. Yes. But I will say this in his defense, and I hate to bring in stuff that I've seen outside of the show in. I did see a post that he put. He says his credit is not bad. He don't know where we got that from pretty much, but he says that his credit is not bad. So I just want to put that out there, Tyrone.
I heard him say debt. I heard the lady say credit, and his debt could have been on $1 million property or something. You know, so it could have been anything.
Yep.
Yeah, but at the same time too, he's talking about he's trying to rebuild, right? And so I feel like, and this is what I'll say, and I'm not trying to, take nothing away from his heart, but being ready to love means that you got to be ready, like for you have to be ready internally, and so like people don't want to come in and have to fix you up to get you going whenever you're starting to pursue a relationship. So I feel like end of the day, you need to take care of what's internal first. Like, if you got debt and you try to knock that down, do you and get yourself together so you can be in position to be in position. And, not trying to find somebody that is going to stick by your side while you go through the, thing. Now, if you guys are doing debt together and trying to fix it up together, it is what it is. But, I wouldn't want somebody to bring me into their dirty ass house and tell me to sleep here. Clean that shit first.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was tough to follow. But I'm gonna say he'd be at a disadvantage because when he talks, he's speaking like he's trying to come up, and these are established women he's approaching. So that part can be the issue. I don't go in the debt part or just trying to rebuild, because it's like, what do you have as far as a career? What is your foundation? Are you needing support to get your business off the ground and all that, that kind of stuff? That's not attractive. We could see if he was younger, we talking he's 42 years old.
Yeah.
Women are looking for something, some pension, some benefits, something. And I'm trying to get it together.
I think that's subjective, man, because I think about my situation, 5 years into my business, they couldn't tell me that I'm not ready to love just because my business isn't where I want it to be. You know, you may have missed out on that if that's what you were thinking, but me from 5 years ago is a whole lot different than me now, you know? So I really think that's subjective, and that's really about what the person has going on at that moment, because debt, finances, all that stuff is subjective depending on what they're working on and what they're trying to build.
Great point, Ty.
And I can agree with you on a large level with what you just said, Tyrone. And then there's still that one element of, you know, what if it was from a previous marriage, right? Why do you want to help this man clean up stuff from his past marriage? This is something like this. So basically you're pulling somebody into your issues. Like, I might not have that smoke. Why do I want that? You understand what I'm saying?
And also, too, real quick, Lady J said all he talked about was himself and then couldn't remember the meaning behind his tattoo. Like, sir, what?
That part.
Child, but no.
Abnormal. That's not abnormal. He got 35
Ty,
tattoos.
this is what's
Did you hear what he
abnormal.
said before that?
This is what's abnormal about it. All of my tattoos are all of my tattoos are all significant. Oh, what does this mean? Oh, I don't really know. I don't remember.
And it's on his hand.
Right.
It's right here. How you forget what you put right here? I mean, you're going to put some right here so you can be reminded every damn day. Like, what time is it? Oh, it's me time. Right. See, the problem he ran into was that he talked too damn much. He was trying to fill air, give content, and he was forgetting what he was saying, and he was getting lost. He should have made a study guide the night before and an outline and try and organize his thoughts and gave himself some talking points. But as a grown-ass woman, I am. You at 42, sir, I don't want to hear you talking about like, oh, you know, I'm trying to rebuild. I'm trying to get this. There's nothing wrong with rebuilding, but it's how you're putting it. Like, if you're trying to come off as ambitious, say I'm very ambitious. I'm looking at different ventures. I'm trying to delve into some other areas that have interested me. But he was sounding like Build-A-Bear, the cheap version, no name brand kind. Huggy Bear, damn it. Like, he was just everywhere. And I just wanted him to organize his thoughts a little bit and talk to the ladies like he was talking to a grown woman. Like, you got to stick with 3 things. And that's something William ran into too, because they're trying to come off as like these ambitious, strong men, but they talking too damn much about too many different things that don't make sense. There's no alignment.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Maybe they were nervous.
I mean,
they were talking about too many things too soon, you know. At 42, I mean, I don't mind you starting over, or building, but I need to know what that looks like. You know, you just saying it, you leave me up to assume whatever I want to assume, which is what the young lady did. You know?
You mean the pharmacist? The pharmacist ripped him a new one, I think, on that one. She was like, look, ain't nobody got time for that. Your credit badge, you ain't got stuff going on. And
yeah, the whole tattoo thing threw me off. He got 35, but guess what? I got 47. And I know what every last one of them mean. Like, that was just odd to me. And then to just have it on his hand and like, I get it. Like, I'm just speaking on what I saw on TV. I saw on TV, he said, you know, I have an apartment. I'm fixing my credit and I don't know what this means on my hand. It was giving, I don't know if you ready to love or not, but you're not ready for a lot of things, right? You don't even need no more tattoos. You're not ready for no more tattoos. You're not ready for, like, it's just, it was giving, but we'll talk about it, but I don't think he should have been eliminated. But anyway, yeah, it definitely was like, wow. I was like, that's a huge problem. But you know, that was just me. So how did y'all feel about his jacket, his suit? What's her name? She said that Mika said he walked in looking like the Nutcracker. Did y'all like his jacket and his attire?
I thought it was pretty slick. I just think that, you know, he probably, I don't know, like maybe for him, it didn't do him right because, you know, I guess you got to be like a different type of person to pull that off. But I like the outfit minus the high top sneakers.
Well, the suit gave me like, I'm trying to get my business off the ground and it's not quite there yet. You know, that's what I got from it, you know.
Wow.
like you said, he's rebuilding, and you could tell from the cut of the suit and everything, you know, just he's trying to get it together. You know.
So I don't know. I think he was trying to show his skills. He's a fashion designer. You know, he had to come in extra. I think that's why he did that.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go to the expert. Sabrina, you're a self-taught seamstress. Did you see any flaws in that suit, in the build of the suit? You know, we can get your expert opinion.
So I know for me, with styling, less is more. So because you can be slayed and not have on a bright blue, you know what I mean? I really think that he did that because he was trying to make a statement. And that's exactly what he made, a statement. And he, you know, wanted to be a little bit extra. So it's just kind of like, you know, for a fashion shoot or whatever, a fashion show that, you know, I'm preparing for. If it's a editorial or if it's something for print and, you know, they want to highlight makeup, guess what? They're going to do crazy stuff. They're going to bedazzle your face and put rhinestones all over your face. And you know what I mean? You're going to be extra. So I think in his case, that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to say, hey, without me opening my mouth, I need all y'all to know that I'm a fashion designer or a stylist or I'm in that industry. But because he had the opportunity to open his mouth, because he was going to be speaking, I don't think that he should have been that loud with his clothes. I think his mouth should have did all his talking for him. It's just me.
But you know what else? I have two statements. One is from a PO production statement, and then the other one is a critique. So one, I'm very surprised that production did allow him to wear that bright blue on the TV screen, because for me, it was messing with my eyes. Like, I'm not being funny, but no, because, you know, there's certain colors that you're not supposed to do a lot of on, you know, when you're on the screen. So for me, it was really freaking with my vision, my stigmatism, whatever it was doing to me. Like, that blue was like really messing with me. So it was just in general a little struggle. I had to go put on my glasses to watch it. Secondly, we just talked about him and all these like fluid ideas, right, of where he wanted to go. Yet the label next to his name says fashion designer, and fashion stylist, and all he had to do was stick with what is there in front of us. Is stick with what's there. Elaborate on that. And not look like you're all over the place.
I feel like, though, production might have did a little bit of the, you know, word salad to kind of feed us what they wanted us to hear from him. I don't think that he is as kind of off-put as they made it look in terms of his, you know, characteristics. Like, even that the tattoo thing, you know, they probably set him up real proper on that one. And I'm sure that there's got to be a legit answer to that in the background. So, I mean, I don't buy that he's, you know, sort of as, you know, all over the place as it looked. But based off of what we see, yeah, that looked crazy as hell.
Yeah.
That looked crazy.
I still don't think he should have been sent home. It was somebody else they could send home.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up
I'm gonna keep that comment to myself, but they should have sent that other guy home.
Ooh, it's hurting me, G. Like when they had it, when he was outside behind like the other bright colors, it was really messing with me. It was hard to watch for me. Ooh,
Yeah, see, this
they
is
sighing on that sofa, huh?
so. I'm glad this is a great shot. I'm glad you picked this shot because if you look legit, there's probably only one of the fellas there that is dressed for the occasion, right?
Yeah.
The guy with the Coogee that's just.
You gotta stop calling that a Coogee. That's what.
I'm sorry. The Fuji.
Y'all, I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember who y'all were referring to, but now on this picture, I know exactly who y'all say is Coogee.
Fuji.
Oh, what is it? The what Theo had? The Gartrell.
Gordon Gartrell. And the Itchy Amarati.
Y'all are done.
Oh my God.
But see, and then he got on them black socks with them shoes. Get off my phone, y'all. Oh my.
Yeah. So
I don't blame Alexis.
They were dressed.
I don't blame Alexis.
So yeah, I feel like the what's his name, the guy with the nutcracker suit should have consulted the dude with the marine orange shirt about the shoe game, and he should have maybe talked to the dude on the end about maybe get some no-show socks and some slides or whatever. And I might have set that whole thing off. And then the dude with the Fuji, he could have just gave him a basic T-shirt and kept it real.
Yep. No name polo shirt.
Baby, they're gonna be. I know they're gonna be on white tees next season.
Okay. All right. Let me, because I done started a whole thing. Let me go back. All right. So we were talking about DeMonte. Next up, we have Will. Will to me is Corey 2.0. Like he reminds me of Corey so much from my season.
Right.
Yeah.
He was like, was the ding-a-ling that good?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh my God.
He seems fun and very short.
Yeah. Oh, I just was about to say fun. Like he seems really fun. How you cracking up?
And very short.
I don't know. I can't go off the screen no more with height because y'all know I thought J Dunn was 5'2" for long. We can't go off the screen. He might be tall though in real life.
Yeah. Po gave me the reference. When I met him in person.
Yeah. Because when I saw J Dub, I was like, I thought he was like 5'6", 5'7". I'm like, damn, he's like down in my height. I'm like, wait, what? I was a little confused.
And PO 6'5".
Yeah, exactly.
I was like,
no. You forgot something, Sabrina. He's 6'5", 850.
Oh. To you, Stacy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. But yeah, let me put it back up. There you go. Will, child. He was like, let me get your number, get your Instagram. We gotta stay in touch. What's your LinkedIn? Look, he was gonna make sure he kept in touch with everybody.
Okay.
He was funny though. I liked watching him. He seems very spiritual, Yeah, he was like, dang, I wish I could pray for her, but I ain't want to seem, I don't know. I really liked his personality. Did like his personality. So, okay, we don't have much for Will. So
I'll say this. One thing that stood out in my mind with Will was it's so crazy how people think they be popping and the whole time they're giving bad vibes. So like with Koisha, what's her name?
Koshia.
Koshia. I'm sorry, Koshia. I'm so sorry about that. I'm not trying to mess up anybody's name. With Koshia, she was like talking to him, seeing red flag, red flag. And the whole time he's just like he admitted that he's trying to force a conversation with her because there were red flags and he just gonna get the IG.
Hey, DeMonte. So shout out to Anderson DeMonte. We were just talking about DeMonte. If y'all see down on the screen, give DeMonte a big shout out and a hello, my soulmates, and let him know that he is absolutely welcomed here. This is the Ready to Love Soulmate family. Shout out to you, DeMonte. Congratulations to you for surviving the show for as long as you could. Anytime you want to join us, please absolutely let us know. You are more than welcome to come up anytime. Please give them welcome.
Hold up. Not the chat acting shook. Y'all them little Twitter fingers were going heavy. Now what's up? Now what's up? Say welcome. I'll tell them. DeMonte, the screen was messing with my astigmatism, honey. It was hard to see. I was trying to see who you were. Because I stands on business, baby.
Oh, sugar. Look, DeMonte, I know you might be into bed, but guess what? I just put the StreamYard link in the chat. If you would like to join us up here on screen so you can talk about your
Yeah, get your ass on up here, man. We got answers. We need answers. We need something. Help us out.
They need answers.
Yes. We got questions, brother.
So I just put the StreamYard link up there, DeMonte. If you would like to join us up here to say your piece and to say whatever it is you would like to say, you are more than welcome to come up here. This is absolutely a safe space.
Yeah, it has to be some other hands at work here. We need to know.
Yeah, come on, man. Don't get all, you know what I mean?
Oh my God. Let me go over here real quick, guys. Let me put the link in the all right, put the StreamYard link. I will post and pin the StreamYard link at the top of the chat so you won't miss it. So you can go to it anytime. Bless you.
Oh, that's one of them grown men you got over there, Sam. He sound like a whole grown man.
I'm in my clubhouse. And he was here. He let me share the space with him.
I'm about to say, I hope that's my guy.
You saying him, and I thought it was your son, Joe. Let me mute myself.
Is that my man over there?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's just somebody.
Okay. Some random person.
Is that my man over there?
No, it's not.
Yeah. Sorry, Cynthia, I gotta get out my system one time.
My God. Okay, let me make sure I can hear this. Hold on. Let me put a little
Kareem, you on the screen?
I'm bursting.
Oh my God.
Yep, he froze. At the right time.
That ain't what you do it.
At the right time. Yeah, God said we don't like that.
God said no.
Not today, Satan.
God said leave that in 2023.
You suspect. That's all.
Man,
you froze. We heard nothing.
Nothing at all.
Okay, I ain't gonna say it. It wasn't meant to be. There it is.
Oh my God.
I ain't gonna say no names. That's my man over there, man.
DeMonte, I'm not sure if this is you, but I have someone behind the stage, but it's a female's name. If you need to let me know if that is you or not, because I'm not putting anybody else on the screen with us unless that's you. So make sure you put your name, DeMonte, under, so we know it's you. And I have to see your face before I can even bring you on the screen. So I'm not sure who this person is, but we not gonna do that tonight. We not having no dang.
Yeah, we don't have a bad experience.
Let me watch
in the past.
Exactly. Shoot, that happened to me and J Dub.
No new friends.
Right. So I'm not just bringing anybody on the screen anymore. That's just crazy. But anyway, yeah. So all right, here we go. All right, so we are good with Will.
We over Will.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, Will. Next, we have William, who is 37 and a comedian. So
or he's a comedian, or he's a gun trainer, or isn't he a teacher too?
And he's in the National Guard too, once a month.
Oh, well, yeah. My uncle does that. He would go every month. So.
So let me.
I don't know, man. William, bro, we need a whole evaluation about the sneakers. Like, I just want to know from you, what made you say this is going to be okay to pull off?
I'm gonna tell you what he said. He said, I don't really have no plan for the mixer, but I'm gonna just let the spirit guide me. He was being guided by the spirit.
You know, I didn't have a problem. Honestly, I didn't, because I don't have a problem with suits and sneakers. Personally,
They're Nikes though that you wore to a mixer.
I like suits and sneakers. I like a good Louboutin or some J's or something looking real nice with this, but it gotta go. Gotta go.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Y'all was coming off hard. That's like the new style. Not that everybody goes with the new style, but those weren't appropriate or proper for that. It wasn't there. It was like those are some shoes you cut your grass in or something.
Exactly. Like those are not like Alexander McQueen's or a nice Valentino or maybe a nice Gucci or just a no name, nothing, no logo type of sneaker, just all white. You'd have been good.
But like Stacy said, it could be some J's, because it's some J's that's you can't get these, you can't see them, and you ain't never seen them. So yeah, it's some things out there.
Not to a mixer though. He's a grown man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying it's a new time. People don't wear Steve Harvey suits no more. It was a time that was the look.
Yeah. Ooh, y'all know those tailored suits with some nice J's. Ooh, on a top. Ooh, y'all know that's sexy as hell. It wasn't just put together right on him.
Real quick, guys, I'm sorry. DeMonte, is that you? Is that you? Do your head like this. Is that you? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to add DeMonte to the stage, okay?
All right, let's do it.
All right, here we go. Y'all got questions. He got answers. What's up, DeMonte?
DeMonte, you got to take off that hat, man. We can't see you.
I was about to say, you still single. The women trying to see you, DeMonte. You got to show them your face.
Look, I'm tired.
Oh, okay, he is Sigma. It makes sense now. The blue makes sense. He's a Sigma, y'all.
No, I'm a Sigma, man. So,
first question,
real quick. What's going on?
What does that tattoo right there mean on your hand, man? Could you tell the people one time? What was that all about?
Let me see.
So it depends on which one tattoo you're referring to. I have 35
the one she
tattoos.
was referring to.
I have no. She asked me a lot of questions. It was just certain parts that got edited out that only allowed me to answer the questions on the back, and it seemed like I didn't know what I was talking about. So I got 35 tattoos. So what I had stated prior was each one of these tattoos tell a story as to it. It's a significant part of my life. So when she was referring to, I have elements of style on one hand, and the other hand is tribal art, which tells a story of my stuff that I've been through, meaning that's who makes me as a man. It tells me who I am.
Got you. So the
one on your hand by your wrist.
I have
on the other hand.
I got two of them over. I got one.
That one. So what we saw, your right hand, what we see on the screen, it appeared as if she was asking you about that right hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to help you out.
I'm sorry.
We lost his audio.
Oh, we can't hear you, DeMonte.
We lost your audio.
DeMonte, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Oh, okay, there you go.
All right, cool. No, at that particular time, I don't know what had happened. Sometimes you do zone out when you anybody that has been on production, you do know you get hungry, and so sometimes your comprehension it might have been something I probably just tuned her out. I don't know what it was, so I don't know.
So it was her.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
so
was.
yeah, so y'all didn't eat then.
No, bro, I'm big on energy, and so whatever
Mhm.
energy is being conveyed, that's what I'm giving off. So I don't know what it was. So it is what
All
it
right,
is.
so let me ask you a question though from a fashion designer perspective
Mhm.
because I'm kind of big into fashion too.
Okay.
So for me, like I like the suit. I said that I like the suit
Mhm.
that you rock, and I like the Louboutins. I didn't like the Louboutins necessarily with the suit together
Mhm.
because they were high top, and I feel like it's a more sleek design. So can you tell me, is this something that is fashion forward? Is this am I behind on times or what? Are we wearing
Well, it's
sneakers with the high tops with suits or what?
so the thing about it is, I've done so just in regards to your fashion sense, I've done 8 sold out fashion shows in Dallas, Texas, averaging over 400 people at each one of my fashion shows. I put together over 800 looks. So in regards to the whole dressy look, I think I started maybe 2.5 years ago. When I'm doing my productions, I don't like walking in dress shoes no more. So I
Mhm.
said, let me start rocking tennis shoes with it, and just to kind of give it a different flair. However, a lot of people are doing it, but if it's not done effective, meaning if it's not a clean break at the bottom of your ankle at the top of your
Right.
shoe, then of course it's not going to look right. It's like, going to seem like it's all over the place. Now, when I started getting tests, why you wear the right red handkerchief? Well, if you understand about color concepts and color trash and color blocking, you always throw a little color block in there to throw the color out because as black people, we're taught, hey, let me match this with this color and match this with color. But as you get into fashion, you want to say, let me put this square with this square and make this look completely different where it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense. So that
Got
was my
you.
whole concept with the fashion with the red handkerchief as well.
Yeah, no, I saw the correlation between the two because I saw the red hitting off of the shoes, and I
Yeah.
liked what I saw.
Hmm.
I never tried to pull off the high tops with the suit.
Man, it'll change your life. It'll change your life because you won't have to be walking around in dress shoes. Now, when I wear dress shoes, I don't wear any socks because I like my ankle to show. It's kind of just
Well,
my
I mean, yeah, I was thinking, I was just saying in terms of like, okay, so you had the high top sneaker versus
Mhm.
the low cut sneaker. Why did you know
Why
what I
did I do
mean?
that?
Yeah.
Because them shoes were that I wanted to wear. That was dope, and they were no
Oh
cheap.
no, no doubt
Yeah.
about it. No doubt. No doubt.
It was just somebing I just wanted.
I Yeah, no, actually saw those Louboutins before. I looked at those,
Hmm.
so I knew exactly what you was playing with. I was
Yeah.
just like, for me, because I'm especially me being tall, I don't
Hmm.
think that a high top sneaker would have worked out for me if I wore a suit, because I like to kind of see the ankle break or whatever. So I would probably wear a lower cut Louboutin, but that's just me.
Oh, it's
But
all good.
Okay, we're glad that's you,
I'm done
PM.
with
Hey, can I ask you?
that.
Can
Yeah. What's
I
up?
ask you real quick?
Uh,
Okay, so for me, it didn't flow properly because I never heard you say you had bad credit.
I was
I
about
don't
to
know if you
ask
want
you
to clear that up.
all right. So it's funny you guys bring that particular subject. So what you guys don't know is that was my classmate that I've known for 27 years, and she was like,
Oh,
so April is when they didn't show the part. They're like, damn, that's like, D, I'm proud of you doing your thing. And so reason why that conversation was so open because I feel like if you was a cheerleader in high school and you know I'm from the hood, played football and ran track, and you know the shit that I've been through, why not be transparent and being open with her? So they only edited the part of me talking about as a business owner, me being in business 5 years, me wanting to get a building. There are certain things I want to get together and want to establish so I can establish more so my empire, which I've built. Me being a photographer, being a fashion stylist, a published book author, having a modeling agency, me being an educator. Those things wasn't even shown or discussed as to why my credit was being talked about. My thing as a black man, there are certain things you want to implement to have when you bring it to the table. Yes, I'm good at what I do, but however, there's still some loose ends I need to clear up. And by me talking with that, they only cut that portion of it out. And it kind of pissed me off a little bit. So that's what it was.
well, that's what I wanted you to do. Take the opportunity to clear it up because, like, we're all business owners. So sometimes we know that we have to utilize our debt sometimes
Mhm.
for certain ventures. More so, like we know how it is, and we know that that's not anything to do with your credit. Like you can still have a good credit score and have debt
Yeah. So the interesting part about
that you
that,
want to pay down.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I put together my shows cost their productions. It's not. I have live music. I put together all this. I go buy all the clothes. So there's a lot of money that's being invested into why certain stuff is the way it is. However, did you guys catch the part when Mika asked me about my fashion sense and then go rag on me talking about I look like the Nutcracker? Wasn't that contradictory of her?
But wait, were you like looking at the other guys? So when you showed up, because I think many of the other guys dressed a little subpar for the occasion. Did that strike you, or did you not even notice that?
Well, I look at it like this: to each his own, personality wise. I know them personally now. They're all solid brothers. So each one of those outfits were based on their personality and what they was comfortable in. And so for me to just give my implement as far as my fashion sense, I would never try to belittle another brother and saying, hey man, you should wear this and you should wear that. So I think they did what they needed to do to feel comfortable for that message to convey over for them ladies to feel comfortable who they were. So that's how I looked at it on that.
Yeah. What they say, if you feel comfortable or if you feel confident, you'll project that. So
Exactly. That's how I looked at it. So
Yeah. Personally, I didn't have a issue with the fit. I thought you were just trying to convey a little bit of yourself.
oh yeah.
I have a question to get a feel for you and your level of comfortability. Like, is that fit something that you would typically wear on a first date?
Actually, to be honest with you, I don't even like dressing up because I don't like the attention. Because when I do dress up, I know it's like all eyes. So whatever I put on, there's always a method behind the madness as far as standing out. So when I was asked, "Hey, what are you wearing?" There was a strategic method of, "Yeah, I'm finna kill it." And when I wore it, put it together, that's um, that's what I wanted to wear.
Hmm. Yeah. How did you feel when they told you that you were eliminated? Because I was floored when I found out that you were going home. You were the first one going home. I could not believe it. Did you have any inclination? Did you have any clue or thought that it could have been you?
I had no clue at all. It was completely off guard. I was shocked. My confidence is through the roof. So when they say, "Hey, did you going home?" and I knew something was off a little bit when I started seeing how things were being navigated throughout the show or doing this conversation was going here, this conversation was going there. I said, "Well, damn," they kind of put me in and then too, I looked at the game how it was being navigated. Um, Maybe I didn't answer the questions right, so there was a lot of stuff being going through my head as to why I was going home. But then too, I'm like, I did my best. I didn't feel bad about it. I wasn't ashamed about who I was, what I projected. Even with some people said, "Man, that nigga looks this." I'm like, damn, they don't know you. So it was a lot of stuff had been said after the fact, and they don't know who I was or where I come from. So it was interesting to say how things were kind of conveyed over. So I was good.
DeMonte, so I just want to say personally, welcome to the family. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
you
Welcome.
survived your hazing.
Oh man, it's all good.
My other question is, did you watch previous seasons of the show?
So it's funny you say that. So as you know, Red is my frat brother who's from the previous season. Chris, the Nigerian, he was one of my brothers. He's been in one of my fashion shows as well. Let's see. So I had a little heads up. They gave me a heads up. Hey, this was to expect. But one thing I always say, hey, you can't control how they're going to navigate on the back end. So I had some heads up on how everything was going to move.
How did you feel about not seeing all the ladies on day one?
Yes, that's what I was going to ask you too.
I was pissed. I was pissed. I was like, God damn, I missed him too, God. So, hey man, it is what it is. So it was cool, but they see it now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we did defend you on that.
Oh,
We
really?
did defend you because we felt like you were kind of cheated and going home. One person already didn't show up. Did you have the opportunity to meet Glenn?
No.
Ever?
Uh-uh.
Ever?
Nah.
So he didn't come to y'all's party last weekend?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, he didn't come. But I thought it was I didn't know what the route they was going with that. And so I was completely caught off guard when they said, hey, man, this guy didn't show up. And I was like, damn, for real? And so when you start looking at it, I process things differently. So I was trying to figure out how everything is being shifted. You know what I'm saying? So, it is. First, I thought it wasn't real. Then I found out it was real. So it was just like, it was a lot. So.
Was there any lady? I mean, and you gotta, because we're all alumni here except for J-Dub, but he's been around long enough to know. So is there any lady that we saw in this first episode, because that's all you can speak on right now, that you might have wished you had stuck around a little longer to maybe grow, have another conversation with? Like, was there anybody that you were really interested in? Because we never knew.
So here's the funny part about it. Doing a deliberation on the back, two of the ladies actually hit me up after the show and checked on me.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
So it was. It was one of
those. Did you follow up though?
Yeah, I see you, but
did you close?
Hey man, let that man live.
You ain't gotta say it out loud. Wait twice if you.
Yeah, so it shook out the way it needs to shake out. Sometimes the first could be last.
So was there anybody? So was there anybody out of the first what was that, 5 women that we saw today or Friday? Was there anybody that you would have, other than April, because you said y'all went to school together? Is there anybody that you would have wanted like a little more time with?
Right.
Or do we need to wait until after next week to ask you this?
I would say this, because I don't know what they're gonna, if they're gonna backstory anything. So you'll probably start seeing some conversations, how they was being, how the conversations went. So once the this next episode come up, they might go back and show a backstory how things were really flowing between at the mixer. You know what I'm saying? So I'll let you guys determine that on your own.
There you go. Yeah, that's the ready to love format question answer. I feel
that's the way to answer it, but unfortunately, they ain't gonna give us no more backstories. Like, the story is over with you until we see you at the reunion, honey.
Yeah, that's facts. They're literally gonna edit it all out if it is any backstory. Because once you're eliminated,
we wish.
Yeah,
that's why I really wasn't tripping on being eliminated, because I got so much. I'm getting ready for New York Fashion Week, y'all. So.
But see, let me tell you.
Hold on, I have one quick question.
What's up, man?
Go ahead.
When you saw how they edited you, right? Was that what you were expecting, or is that were they more on than they were off about who they portrayed you to be, like, or did they miss something?
I would say this in regards to that statement. In regards to I would say this in regards to the credit situation. As business owners, you're gonna have, if you're transparent, that's who you are, and I'm not ashamed of it. So if some chick was like, "Hey, your credit bad," well, baby, help me. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to help build this empire, don't be trying to down talk it. Help me build this thing up. You see where it's at. So don't get so caught. I didn't never get caught up on being ashamed about who I am, because that actually is a part of my testimony.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah, so
hey, we all got credit journeys, and real talk, I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. I started out, and this is real. I started out my credit, and this was in the 2015. My credit was about 530, and I had some challenges to overcome. It wasn't me, but my credit was used by other people. I just had a lot of shit going on with it.
Yeah,
and I had to start somewhere. And now I'm in the Super 8. So
and he smell good.
That's
but yeah, no, real talk.
But see,
so you gotta start
DeMonte, this is the guy that should have shown up. You right now, like how you're talking in an organized way, and I'm sure a lot of editing had to do with making you look like you were all over the place, saying so many different things. But that's the way that's the way they cut it. And I wish they would have maybe wait until the next episode or the third episode and brought everybody together. And then, you know, but there's a lot of people in the chat that want to know your sign. Do you have kids? Like, can you give any personal information about yourself?
Oh man, so I will be 44 years old this year in July. I'm a counselor.
Oh, because they said 42, but and that math.
I'll be 44. Single, no kids. Let's see, 5'11", 205.
Mm-hmm.
Workout.
You said 5'11"?
Yeah, 5'11", 205. Gym rat. So I'm pretty put together. So
Yo, y'all
my beard
brothers
is
working
real.
out, man.
Nothing. Huh?
Man, y'all brothers working out, man. Y'all killing me with that. I ain't never touched a weight a day in my life, bro.
That's all they do in Houston. Eat buffalo wing, eat all flats and work out, baby.
I'm gonna respectfully disagree on that 205.
What you say? You gotta disagree on it?
I'm gonna disagree on that 205.
He's only 5'11", Ty.
Hey, listen though, real talk, man to man, and I'm not trying to put you on blast at all. But if you ever need any tips or pointers on credit, trust me, man, my credit was demolished.
Yeah.
So if you got any questions, man, you inbox me, man, or we can talk, chop it up. I'll tell you some of the things that I had to do that I went through on that journey. It was a mother something, but anything I can do to help you out, definitely reach out, man. I got you 100%. No doubt.
I appreciate you guys for allowing me to come on this platform, man. It wasn't planned. I just came home, so I didn't get a chance to kind of get on clothes. Like, this is me 80% of the time without being dressed up. So
yeah. So one thing I do want to say is because everybody that's up here right now, J-Dub actually, he messaged me, he's having internet troubles, but everybody that's up here right now, we were all on Ready to Love.
Oh,
and
wow.
We all were. Tyrone was on my season. We were on Ready to Love DC. PO was Ready to Love Potomac. Stacy was Ready to Love Houston. Mm-hmm. And Cynthia was Ready to Love Miami. So we're all Ready to Love alums. Like when Tyrone.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So we get it. And I'm gonna tell you now.
We live that life.
Let me tell you now. I talk all this shit. I'm with the shits all the time. Just don't be offended by it, because I just be talking shit.
I wasn't. You one thing about it, you gotta have some nuts. You gotta, as a guy, we know what we signed up for. So
wait, not you saying you gotta have nuts along with the outfit you had on.
Hey, look, I'm a different breed. I didn't care, so I wore what I wanted to wear. I put it like that, and I didn't give a fuck who was looking, or that was gonna be me. So the thing about it is, you have to be confident. One thing about, if I style a woman or if I style someone, I can put a banging ass outfit on you, but if you don't have the confidence behind it, it ain't gonna be about shit. So you have to come with that confidence.
That's a fact.
But I do have one more thing that I want to say. Capricorn Moon Goddess says, are you a photographer and a fashion stylist? So I do want you to answer that. But the reason I was saying what I was saying is because when I got off the show, I realized that it was a lot of entrepreneurs on our show, and they don't really highlight our businesses. So what I did was I started a show on my YouTube channel called The Missing Link. And what The Missing Link is I actually reach out to individuals on the show that I really felt like I had a connection with on the screen, but you guys didn't know I had a connection with you. And I would reach out to you, especially if you were entrepreneurs. And I would be like, hey, I know you own a business, you have a business. Would you like to go on The Missing Link? And I would love to interview you. And it's literally an interview. We talk about Ready to Love maybe a little bit, but for real, the interview is for you to promote your business. So I would love to have you on after the show whenever you're able to do interviews. And I would love to have you on so you can talk about your business if you're interested.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's all about networking. And, the vibe that I feel from you guys is, you guys are cool. If I didn't feel the energy that was conveying through the screen, I would never come on here. I was like, nah, I'm good on that one. So you guys seem solid.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we speak our minds now. We will say what we say. You know,
I ain't scared.
when we see on the screen. Good. Don't be scared because it's tough out here, and we're tough. We're one of the good ones though, but it can get really tough. And just, you know, if y'all want to give him some advice, like, just my advice to you is, you can't reply to everybody. Like, you honestly, you have to take it with a grain of salt. People are going to talk about you even years from now, especially if you're doing panels and you're still on Ready to Love. People are always going to talk about you in that suit. They're always going to do it. They're going to refer you to it, but you can't let, like, the trolls get to you. Just stay positive. Understand that you had a great experience. You got to do what a lot of people have not had a chance to do, and just to stay positive throughout this whole process as much as possible. If y'all want to give him a word before he goes and leaves.
Yeah, bro. Like in the end, you was one of the top 20 in Dallas. So, you know,
Facts.
you got that going for you. You're a part of a small percentage of the world that's been able to do this. If you do have the opportunity, it only makes sense to promote your business. I like the way you put your LLC in your name above your own personal name. That's
Facts.
smart. You know what I mean? It's a nice little subtle touch. I'm here if you ever need anything. DM me. There's a whole lot of people in the Ready to Love fam that got a lot of connections.
Yes.
If you need anything, reach out. Don't look at the comments, bro.
Yeah.
Don't look at the comments. And I think another thing about the confidence, like, my idea of confidence is just to be confident. You don't have to say you're confident. You don't have to prove to the world that you're confident. Just be confident.
Yeah,
And that's it, man. Yeah.
That was one of the things that I'm learning. I was talking to my pastor yesterday because I'm a singer as well. I sing at church and things of that sort. So he had already foresaw, put me in game. Hey, don't entertain everybody and don't allow people to come to your audience, because if you start coming on it, you'll allow people to come to your audience. And so that's one thing I learned too. So
yeah, I'll just tell you this, man. The road is long, but it's short at the same time. Like, you know, by the end of the season, you know, probably mid-season, you probably won't have the trolls trolling and all of that stuff. At the end of the day, man, it's a platform. Use it for whatever you can. I mean, you know, you hear, you know, you did what you did. Can't nobody take that away from you. That's forever, bro. So just embrace that and live your life, man. Period.
oh man, appreciate it.
No doubt.
Cynthia,
The fact that you say you could sing, now I want to hear.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, now you gotta sing. Don't get me demonetized.
No, I won't put you on the spot like that. I won't put you on the spot like that.
Only if you want to.
No, I'm good. I can sing. It's funny. You can sing in front of hundreds of people in praise and worship, and somebody asks you to sing on the spot, can't do it. So.
I understand. I mean, my advice would be the same. You know, don't read the comments. Keep it pushing. This is the time. If you want to elaborate about anything of your business, this is the time to do it, because the attention is on you. Even though you've already been eliminated, it's still on you. It's going to be on you for a while, because then the reunion come back around. So if you're going to do something, do it now. You know, while what they say, while the stove is hot. Is that what they say? While the iron is hot, you know, do what you got to do now. Don't read the comments. I stayed away from the comments. You know, other people were sending me comments, but I stayed away. I had a great experience.
Right, because you got to love.
Away from the comments, you know what I mean? And that's it. And you know, from time to time, you know, get on live, you know, give us a little note or something, you know, sing.
It ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen. So don't mention. You can't mention something that's not going to happen.
He said it ain't gonna happen.
No,
yeah, bro. Don't run from that. Don't run from that opportunity, man.
If you was to ask, I tell you, the funny thing about it, if you was to ask any of my staff on my production team, they'll tell you I'm probably the most shy, because at the end of my shows I have to talk, and I hate public speaking. So it's kind of like the whole switch. I turn it on when I need to, but nah, it ain't gonna happen unless you hear me playing around. So it's all good, man.
All right. Well,
all right.
You ready, J-Dub?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. I know you having internet issues. All right. Okay. Well, we're going to actually finish the rest of the panel. We're almost finished, but if you would like to stay on with us, you're more than welcome to.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Y'all seem cool, so I like your vibe.
Okay.
Yeah,
How long have you been watching Sabrina's channel?
Yeah.
I was actually just gave a heads up. One of my brothers that's on the show, he said, "Hey D, they talking about you on the panel." So I chimed in.
Also, we got people in here.
We got the private
radar.
eyes.
Oh,
We got okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You look for it, you might find it.
I'm gonna tell you, we on one. We on one.
And I'm on another. Why?
I'll tell you this, we're some cool brothers, man. The brothers are solid. The ladies are good on their own end too. But man, we cool. So we all look out for each other.
that's what's up.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get back to it.
All right. Peace out. I'll see y'all later.
All right,
Okay.
brother.
All right. See you later. All right. So we got. We already talked about one. Are we finished? Are we finished?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we done it.
Williams.
Next up, we got Alexis. Alexis is 32 and she is an operations director. What's Alexis giving to y'all?
She's another one that's
Z 2.0.
You do remind me of Z. What you say, Cynthia?
I said she's another one. She's a straight shooter.
Yeah.
I like her. She's kind of bubbly. She's a straight shooter. Like she just seems so cool. She just seems like a cool chick.
Real down to earth.
Yeah, they got the women right. They definitely got the women right on this this first episode.
For the most part. Oh,
yeah, I mean, I think the women are, beautiful, black, caramel, and all different types of variations of dripping women.
Wow.
Beautiful. Ain't nothing wrong. Hold up, P.O. Ain't nothing wrong with the butter dripping women, melanated women either. The one.
That's something though.
Butter.
I'm glad you made that bold statement because I just want to put that out there to the world. Because you know how we see a lot of shows and in general on YouTube when a woman can say, I need that dark chocolate man, and could you imagine what would happen if I say, I need that light skin. I mean, she's so light, I could barely see her. That's what I need in my life. A man said that, it would be over. And I'm just saying, I'm sick of the facts. Yes, that's you cannot say that in this world. So I mean, how does that get to be okay? Yes, everybody can have their own preference. You're open to want what you want, but it's the double standard. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no doubt. But
I ain't never heard nobody talking about, I just want me a clear beige man. I never heard that. I only hear with chocolate, like when you dripping oozing chocolate. Or maybe that's just my words because that's what I like. I don't know.
Right.
So somebody asked a question. So yes, E-Love, that is your boo PO at the in the bottom corner. So Miss Pretty Amazing says, panel, do we think Alexis divulged her health information too soon?
Yes.
You know what though? I don't know if they put that out there. Like that could have been a one-off sort of conversation, maybe, with production or whatever. And then that kind of got induced into the atmosphere and then it got out there. I don't think that people, just say, hey, I'm a cancer patient. And then they just run out, and do all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like people don't just do that. So I think it may have been just kind of injected out there. And it got built up.
Yeah, why I say because we know everybody isn't for everybody. Now, if you starting to go deeper, you're getting past the icebreakers, then maybe you want to divulge that information. Just not everybody. Like, hey, I have this condition where, I only can stay on screen for 30 seconds and then I got to go run out and do something else. You just I don't think you give that up to everybody, whatever you got going on.
Well, I'm just thinking, it's Dallas, it's summertime. ish when they're filming it. So I'm not sure like how her illness shows itself, but she may have just been like easing him into it in case she might have been hyper or hypo at the time, you know, like productive. Because she was talking about it's like her sweat glands or something. So just in case, like it wouldn't seem like weird. You know what I mean? I think that probably had more to do with it than just like her exposing that she has this condition. I think like she probably had to say it just so he would know like if something was. However, even though she said she was in remission, but however it presents itself, she might have just been like oozing it into it. I mean, like easing us into it.
And you know what, too, though? You may, I mean, we may be, you know, kind of sidestepping what her true thoughts are. She may be an advocate for that type of illness or whatever. And maybe she's kind of like an ambassador of it and saying, you know, kind of using that as a badge, like, yo, you know, this was me. This is what, and I support people that have this condition because whatever, or because there's no research or whatever. So she may just be kind of an ambassador of that. And, you know, maybe that got played out in that way as well. I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know, but that's the same thing. Just, you know, how Will, I think it was he was talking about Koshia ex-husband. Imagine he said, "Oh, you got that sweat gland condition, so can I look under your arms or something?" Now, if he said that, people would have felt some type of way. You know, you can't just give it to everybody. You know, you gotta. I think you gotta ease into it and just read the room, like who you can say that to, and it'd be okay. Because Will would say something like that.
Yeah, but you know what, too, J-Dub, you know, that mix is going on for like 16 hours. So they may have had some pretty deep conversation and rattled down into that, you know, sort of statement. And then that's all that was pulled out of it. And that's all we heard. And then we're like, damn, she just dropping jewels like that. So, you know, you just don't know.
Yeah, you're right, because I don't have that experience. I only have an honorary doctorate in Ready to Love. I have never been. I know y'all know better than I do.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't see it as a negative. I don't think she perceives it as a negative. Like P.O. said, they was probably there for hours. I definitely know, you know, how she feels. They got me talking about PTSD in my very first 2 minutes. You know, it's not like she's just randomly just putting it out there to everyone. The person that she did say it to was the one person that she felt connected to. So, you know, the way that I would approach it is, if this is going to be my biggest negative or what you may perceive as a negative, then I might as well tell you what it is right now, because you're going to get it either way. So you could either deal with it or not. And I want to know if you could deal with it or not. And if you can't deal with it, then it's less time that I've wasted.
All right, guys. So that was Alexis. Next, we have Dominique, who is 35, accountant and art curator. How are we feeling about Dominique?
Dominique said 2 to 10. He can have anything between 2 to 10 children, baby.
Child, she said, well, the Lord, Jesus told me that. He said that we gonna just stop with 2. One and impossible. Honey, 2. He like, my granddaddy had 42 kids. I was like, oh.
Damn, this granddaddy was busy.
Well, now after we spoke with Demonte, now that we know that they're +2 years onto their actual ages, he's gonna have to get busy soon on them 10.
I think he was the only guy really that seems, because we know they be seem like he got it together. You know?
I agree. I think it's still early. I think it's still early. I feel like he definitely don't watch the show before. You know, I feel like he definitely listening more than he talks. I think the only thing is, you know, the people who say they want a lot of kids, don't have no kids.
Yeah,
You know
right.
what I mean? So that's about it. And good luck to him. You know,
Yeah,
he's
yeah. They
handling it
think
well.
my fault, Ty. I'm sorry.
J-Dub.
Yeah, I was saying, when people think about their granddaddy having 2 to 10 kids, it's a different day now. You know, we got private pools and multiple vehicles and designer food. You know, we
Hell,
eat.
inflation.
Yeah, you know, McDonald's costs $100 to eat at McDonald's now, so it ain't no joke out here talking some 2 to 10 kids.
I know. That's why I just take my kids to Mastros. Hell.
Yeah, you might as well, because that's what you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay the same thing. So yeah, that was cool 20, 30 years ago, maybe, but not now, not at all.
Why get you a hamburger when you can get a chef steak for the same price? Come on, kids.
Yeah, what kind of vehicle you gonna put your 10 kids in? What does that look like? You know,
well,
yeah, it's a new day.
One of them Astro vans
for 15 straight years.
So Finesse 78 says, do y'all think that saying he wants 2 to 10 kids was sharing too much?
Man,
no, I just thought it was unrealistic. Oh, I'm sorry, Sam. Go ahead.
2 and 10 is so far apart.
Yeah, so far.
Let's get one and then reevaluate after that one.
Yeah.
Look, this when you need to be like, I need to see your credit. I need to see what kind of 401k you got. Like, I need to see what kind of investments you got, because 10 it's expensive to have one kid. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want 10 kids, like, you need to show how much you make a year. Like, we need to divide that by 10, and it needs to make sense. Add 2, subtract 3, but divided by 4. Like, it need to make sense.
But my thing is, like, if you get started about now, which is basically 40, to have 10 kids, I mean, you at 70, you're gonna have a 5-year-old. Like what are we talking about here, really?
Exactly.
Yep. I guess he got twins running in his family. I don't know, because it don't make
ain't
sense.
that many. Baby, let me tell you something. I ain't gonna say it. This for after dark. I'm gonna keep this to myself.
Oh, stuff.
Wait a minute, are y'all doing after dark tonight?
So I'm always doing after dark.
Oh,
hold on.
Anytime it hit after 9:30 PO.
Yeah, exactly.
Clock strike 9:30 PO on.
No, for real, guys. Do y'all want to do after dark? Because I have to set it up if y'all want to do. I should have asked, but I didn't. I don't know. It's up to y'all. Do y'all want to do after dark?
Yeah. I'm out. I got to go to work. I won't be there. Not tonight.
All I gotta do is shampoo night. Yeah, I might be about 5 minutes late, but I just gotta shampoo my daughter's hair.
So PO and Tyrone?
I gotta finish my man unit, and I gotta finish getting that rolled up.
PO.
Not your installations.
Hook me up.
Not you with a half.
Y'all want to see what
not you with a half high top.
Yeah, I want to see it. I need the calling card.
No, save it for after dark.
What?
Let your soul.
Oh my God. All right. So we're going to shoot for next week, guys. All right. So we just going to already have it. So next week, after we get off, we're going to do after dark, and then y'all can say whatever it is. So if in order to see the after dark, you have to be on my membership. You have to be a part of my membership team, my membership soulmates, in order to join in after dark. So just to let you know, I'll be posting all kinds of stuff back there. So after dark membership on my channel. Okay. All right. So next,
and you can make sure y'all bring a +1 next week. We're going to make it extra spicy. So bring a friend. Have a friend.
That's what I
Have a friend.
Wow.
Subscribe to Sabrina's channel. Bring a friend, and we're going to be on one. And please, 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 my girls in the chat, don't let me forget what I was about to say. It has something to do with walls, I believe.
Yeah. And I'll be on the boat next week. So ain't no.
Oh, we like shirt off time.
I'll try to tune in if I can. But yeah,
don't come back in 10 years and say I was rude to you.
Are you gonna be on next week, even while you're on the boat?
Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling.
Drop the bow tie. Drop that bow tie.
So ain't no telling. I'll probably drop in though.
I was about to say, well, they have Wi-Fi on the boat, right? I'm sure because it's
You might be busy, Sabrina. You might be busy.
Well, if you're not busy,
we would love to. You going on?
He
a
only
cruise
busy.
He
only busy at 1 a.m. Sin.
Okay.
Oh.
That's his busy hour.
Virgin Voyages, Lower Antilles.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, it's his birthday.
Oh.
Not hey you her asking you if you going to Marvin's BDSM Island.
Look, if he get a ticket, Ty gonna be there. I tell you that.
Don't ask PO for a ticket because you're gonna have to find a bus that'll drive you on the water to the island, honey.
I just want to invite to the party, and I just want to be in the room. I already told him he know that already.
Yeah, he know. I don't know if he really thought that you were serious. I tried to tell him you were serious, but I don't know. Hit him up. Let him know. Anyway, all right, child. Come on, child, everybody. Let's hurry up and get this done. Tommy enters. Let everybody know Glenn is a no-show. Yeah. Glenn is not ready to love. We talked about Glenn in the beginning. So do y'all have anything else to say about Glenn? Because we talked about him first.
I'm gonna just reiterate, I don't like it. I think they could have used this opportunity, like if he did have a mental health issue or anything, social anxiety, anything, I think they could have used it as a teachable moment, as opposed to like, clowning him, and having the ladies clown him, and the situations like that make a person not want to divulge, things that are wrong with him. And being a military guy, and the fact that, a lot of folks in the military run into this issue and commit atrocities on themselves because they're afraid of what people might say about how they're feeling. For me, it's not a good look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would say this. Where's the drama in that? Like, there's no drama in teaching people how to do something. Now, one of the other things is, and I hope that everybody got a chance to see the BS, the same BS that I saw, which was, oh, yeah, let's drive this BMW across this bridge, and then we'll leave it there, and then we'll show it backing up. Meanwhile, we know he never probably even showed up, and they injected that moment into it to make you think that was his whip and that he got scared. But he probably was never there.
Well, first of all, this is a confession when he's in a denim jacket. So we know this is not the look that he was wearing to the mixer because it's not Coogee or, whatever. Second of all, it's very much so giving. Does he seem like an actor to you? Because his face is like perfectly dusted. Like he is very attractive. He looks really nice. I mean, like, I hate to be PO and a conspiracy theorist right now, but it's very much so giving the actual person left them hanging the night before. So let's call up our actor friend to make it make sense today. Because the numbers are going to be off. Because I'll tell y'all, so with my season, there were, okay, so here's a little tea. So with the second Houston season, not the resort, but on my season, there was a call up on that Friday because they wanted an alum to come to my season, much like KG. She opted out of it. And so they called someone up that Friday night to show up on that Saturday when we filmed. And I was there. My check-in might have been like 5, 6 o'clock maybe like 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'm just saying, it's giving something else. It's giving something's in the water.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
didn't believe it.
Go ahead, Ty. I'm gonna go with the people on the couch. The people overall believe that this was some type of plant, like some setup for drama where like, oh, we got this guy who's just not ready to love, or he's so shy he can't come on camera, just to give it like a different way of another type of curveball. So I'm with the masses on this one. If he can't get out the car, then he's just not ready. And it just seemed like it was staged to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, because it was a little part where they act like they was talking to someone, and they asked, "Are you getting out the car?" And the person responded, "I don't think so."
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like the audio seemed like a mix of like that initial interview room when they asked if he was nervous, and then the audio from the car. So it did sound like a bunch of different audios. But I feel like at this point, this is what, season 10? Why don't they have a reserve, person at this point? And then I actually thought they were faking at the beginning as well. But if he never comes back, then what are they to gain by actually going through all this and making the phone call and stuff? It's kind of making me feel like, they are either running out of content, budget, a bunch of different things that I don't want to say on screen. But, you start to think, especially if there's been 8 other seasons where the format was pretty much the same.
Well, let me say something here. Here's a quick programming note. And this goes for everybody with the exception of J-Dub, because he's our honorary, right? But everybody else has received a contract. And in that contract, it says if you don't show up, or if you quit or go berserker or whatever, they have the right to write your story and end your story to the best way they want to do it, however that is.
Yeah.
And so for this particular gentleman right here, it seems like he just opted out, and they said, okay, well, we'll write this to be this way. And even if they did or needed to go get an actor or hire somebody off the street to sit down and pull this off, that's what they did. End of the day, Glenn, for real, the real Glenn, I don't think he coming back.
But he don't did
But
the
here's the
green
thing.
screens and stuff. It don't make sense, man.
Here's the thing. Ty, P.O., Sin, we all been there. We know as soon as we are in production's hands, as soon as we're in those cars, those Tahoes, the Phantoms, the BMWs, we're not in control. We can't tell the person to stop, back up. It is what it is at that point. They're going to open the door and you're going to get out. Y'all know y'all cannot, we have never been able to instruct a driver, reverse, turn around. Never. So that is why I'm along the lines that I am. Y'all know it. The driver barely even talks to us. Let me tell you something. I had to tell the driver, I said, just go a little slow, because I think you can see my panty line. I'm gonna just go ahead and take these drawers off right now. Wow. So I was just like, yeah. So that was that, and so my mic kept slipping the whole time at the thing, because I had no drawers depended on, and no bra on, y'all. But I couldn't wear them drawers because y'all would have been talking about me right here. Talk about that panty line. So no, ma'am. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that we have no control once we're in the car, and that's why the car scene was not believable for me.
They just wanted to highlight Tommy's whip because he don't have that white rose. I remember him having the white rose in DC. So I was like, did he drive that?
He just had gotten it.
Did he have it
from the car guard?
Okay.
Yeah, he got it from Rashid,
that ride is
right?
old as hell.
But it was in Virginia. He drove it in Virginia.
Yeah, they you can ship your cars. I would ship mine if I had a Phantom.
Listen,
I will drive that shit. I will fly it wherever I want to go. Y'all about to have me in no little raggedy ass Sentra or some smelling like some Cheetos and Doritos and feet. Hell no. No, ma'am.
About that car from Rashid.
It's called that whip was old as hell though.
Rashid sold it to him.
Yeah, they said it on the show. The only reason we know this is because they aired it. It was talked about somewhere for us to know. So we do know that.
What, that Rashid sold in the car?
Yeah, because that was his second. I think that was his second Phantom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The white one is the one that he had on our season, and that was a 2015.
Oh,
shit
that's
was old as hell.
the only one that he had. That's the one that he had because he had it on ours too. And y'all season was right after our season.
And
Rashid should have saved that money.
Oh God.
Oh, let me not.
That's a whole
That sound like me. Let me
next.
I'm sorry. No.
That's a whole nother live.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to these people. I don't mean to be rude.
We needed that,
I'm
Stacey.
so
We needed.
sorry.
Don't apologize. We needed that. We needed it.
No, I don't need it. I did not mean this. I thought I was on mother.
It's only gonna be about 3,000 people that watch this. That's all.
No, they're gonna replay it and make it 10 million watch.
Gonna be like Cat Williams.
Then we gonna have all these unknown people, commenting. We hate Stacey. Her voice is awful. It's trash. She's God.
And they're gonna come back every week to watch you.
I'm gonna have all these little fake creeper accounts hating on me in your under your post. I'm so sorry, Sabrina. I did not mean that.
No, you don't have to be sorry. You don't have to be sorry. That's what you was thinking, and you didn't say anything wrong. You didn't say anything.
I'm only
Listen, Stacey, they put it out there. They put it out there. So
I'm only halfway sorry because I'll call my Aunt Damon and she'll throw some bones and some stones in a bag and take care of my enemies, baby. Let me tell you something. Y'all know it's about to be Creole season. We approaching Mardi Gras when all of us act a little extra crazy. So don't make me call on Diamond on nobody.
Lord.
Now, here go the fake call right here. The fake shit. Hey, Glenn,
where are you at?
He called. He gonna call Glenn twice.
Glenn ain't even pick up the phone.
I need receipts. Come on, man. His phone ain't even charged, and he talking about he making calls to Glenn.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
We never talked about what's her face? Who is this one?
Koshia, is that her?
Yeah, Koshia. I don't think we ever talked about her.
I was about to say, did she? Hold on.
Oh man, hold on. Go back to what's his face?
You're right.
I didn't like it. I'm gonna say it. I didn't like it.
You didn't like what, Ty? You didn't like when she read his soul?
No,
when she went in for the kiss, the fake kiss.
No, I appreciate the fact that she noticed and she was attentive. I didn't appreciate her taking advantage of that and not asking to invade his personal safe space. You know what I mean? Because it's coming off as if, she's using it to her advantage and kind of abusing that situation, and I'm just not a fan of that.
Oh.
I mean, if I was him on some real G shit, I would have met her ass halfway. And seen what she would have did.
Yeah.
Talking about I'm gonna meet, because if you come in my space and I come in yours, you can't get mad because you got reckless, coming across the border. So let's see what's really what.
Right, and, but if it was the other way around,
that could have turned into a moment. I mean, you don't know.
But if it's the other way around, that's borderline assault. You know what I mean? So it should
she could say back up.
Work the same way.
But in his mind, though, he said, "Would you do that for a kiss?" She was like, "No." But so he should have. If I was him, I would have got down just like her and said, "What's up? What's good? What we doing?" Talk to me.
He wasn't thinking that at the time.
He should have put his Barry White on.
What I'm saying is that she obviously recognizes that
his weakness. I got you.
No.
I got you.
No.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I would say he's uncomfortable and he's trying his best, to be there for her, in that moment. And I feel like she pressed too much without asking, especially if she said that she saw it and recognized it. As she would have just done it, then it would have been different. But for her to be aware of what's going on and then to still do it anyway, I'm just not a fan of it.
I don't know.
I'm not a fan of it either. And like trying to play those like emotional games on men on the first episode, it just really rubbed me wrong. Like all of that deeper emotional, he let me challenge his authority and his space. Girl, what are you talking about? That is like when you say things to people like that, like, yeah, and I noticed that you were insecure and you leaned in, and what are like pause. I just think it's in poor taste to play with people's emotions. I don't know if he had a vulnerable moment and he might have said something and then that was a play on it, but this to me as like a fair woman, like a fair reading woman, this is a red flag to me. This is a red flag to me because then he let his guards down and you still took the opportunity to, as you said it, challenge him. Well, you didn't need to challenge anything. You didn't need to make that man feel any more uncomfortable than what he was feeling and get into his interpersonal space. Why? Like those are boundaries that y'all can break down together. Like it's not about you barging your way into it. Y'all just met from what we know. I didn't like it. It's something I can't put my finger on. And y'all mark my words. And y'all know I'm rarely like this with the women. It takes me a while to come to not really. But I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah,
but this is
you
her
know what?
vibe is rubbing me. It's rubbing me
it comes
wrong.
off as if she will continually test her person, you know,
and then being an over emotional flash out kind of person in the end. One that'll damn near get you charges.
Yeah, and it comes off as like slightly
They showed a clip
volatile,
of her being aggressive.
Yeah, she seemed like the type that like to choke men after 9:30.
In the next season, in the next episode.
What happened, Pio? She's
but not choke them. But not choke them.
Yeah, she seemed like the type to like to choke men after 9:30.
No, but tell her friends that y'all did something to her. Like that. That's it. It's something about it that makes me uneasy and uncomfortable about her aura. I don't know it.
Yeah, like I said, like it's a little bit of empath. Like I like the fact that she's aware, she's paying attention, but I am not a fan of using it for something negative or using it to her advantage. You know, I think you should be a little bit more. I don't want to say tender because that sounds a little bit soft, but I think, you know, especially with your person, you shouldn't use you should cater and be softer to their vulnerabilities, especially if you are obviously aware of them, you know, because imagine the next argument when she's realizing that he's being a little bit soft for her.
So you
that
think
moment,
he's soft?
She'll continually challenge him. I'm not saying he's soft. I'm not saying
he's a grown man. Like he know how to talk, and he could have been like, "Yo, are you up in my space?" He already called it out. He called it out.
That's not the point. But he thinks it's something else. He thinks it's something else. You know what I mean? He
thought she was trying to be fresh.
Something sexual. He thinks it's about a kiss. He's not realizing that she saw a weakness in him.
You're saying
took advantage of the weakness.
Is the fact that she was being intentional about what she was doing, but he didn't recognize it. And that's what bothers you because her intent was to intimidate him at that moment.
It was to test him.
Boom! Say it again, Cynthia. Yeah. Say it again, Cynthia.
Yeah. And I'm not a fan.
I didn't know how. I didn't.
I'm wondering how much she'll push. I'm wondering how much she'll push in the future in an argument when they get mad at each other. You know, I don't know. For me,
so
it's
what if he
throw me off?
What would you have done in that moment?
I probably would have said, you know what? I appreciate you being aware, because it happened to me on day one, right? I appreciate you being aware of how I'm feeling, you know, and what I'm going through right now. But I also feel like you should ask me if it is okay for you to invade my vulnerable space. Don't just do it on your own because you recognize it and then say, like, I invited you or I let you in. No, he had no choice. You know, she moved in on her own.
So basically, she space raped him. Basically.
Wow, you gotta watch that word,
Oh,
P.O. You know,
my bad.
This world and YouTube world is very
him.
soft. So yeah,
Space
if you do feel like a essay kind of situation,
Aries, I see you.
It feel like it. But I
see
want
that
to go in.
comment,
I
Aries.
want to go in because y'all I'm about to clock out. But yeah, the thing is, I like to you use the word soft because I'm going with P.O. Like, this is a grown man. Why we got a baby and coddle? Unfortunately, we meet all kind of different personalities in this world. I mean, y'all, you know, again, y'all the alumni, y'all got people who be touching people. So you got to kind of navigate that and deal with different personalities. Not that it's okay, because something definitely was going on, because it goes that deep. But we come across a lot of personalities, spirits, demons, whatever the case. I'm not calling her a demon. I'm just saying it's a real thing. So you got to kind of navigate your way out of it as an adult. And we're dealing with different energies, because it was an energy there. It's just not, she was like sucking some energy from him, and we can go into succubus and the incubus. It goes deep, so I can kind of get with that. But I didn't see like a foul. It's just like he came into a different type of personality, a type of different kind of energy. And yeah, it was something going on there, but I didn't see it was like, oh, she's hurting him or she's going way too much. But yes, it's some people out here who knows how to impose and use their energies on you. It's a real thing. But yeah, you just got to maneuver. You know, I saw you know, go to different seats. Let me think of something. We see Corey with Moomin. He's sitting, he in the woods with her, sitting on a log, like an after school special. You know, you gotta know how to handle that when some guy run up behind you and try to sit behind you real quick. It's a whole lot going on. So it's just a thing that you deal with, because he did have a choice. He could have did anything. He could have got up. He could have told her back up. He could have kissed her right in the mouth and said, "Oh, I thought you was coming to kiss me." He could have did anything. There's always a choice in life. So.
But guess what, though?
I mean, I gotta
and you know what, though,
man?
Tyrone, he liked it.
Because
he liked it.
No, that's not the point. Because he is attracted to her. But what if he wasn't attracted to her? It is what it is.
And he would have said it.
But still, like, I gotta push back, because you don't get to judge how my experiences are. Like, you don't get to tell me what is soft and what is not soft, right? If you invaded my vulnerability, then that's what it is. You took advantage of me, whether I liked it or not, or however you feel I should have done. It is what it is.
But Ty, I am 100% with you. I'm 100% with you, and I see you, and I really understand and hear you on this. Like, I did not appreciate it. I thought it was very inappropriate how she tried to take advantage of that man. And like all the Black women, like, you know, as many men of be like Black women are hard and this and that. Like, one thing that as Black women, a lot of us voice is like, we want someone affectionate, that's listening to us, that's open to us. And then you actually have a man that's being vulnerable. And in this moment where he just gives you the vulnerability for free. And you use it to, like, for whatever purposes you choose, like, you don't honor it, you just take advantage of it. That is wrong to me. Second of all, like, how, like, this just goes to like, I don't know what kind of thing it is, but you could see this vulnerable, you can see his truth in this moment, but you can't see your ex have 4 kids.
Oh, Lord.
Next scene.
You gonna next scene that? Because that was a hot topic on there. Like, she said, I mean, like, she volunteered the fact that, oh, I got married 2018, wasn't married long, because soon after, even though we dated, I found out he had 4 kids.
Oh, that part.
But I can,
I'm sorry. Yeah, that part. I missed that part.
Yeah, like, did we talk about that? Nope.
Nah, and so that goes to show you though that she's not aware as a woman, because if she's pulling these stunts on Tyrone, if she's pulling these stunts on this dude, she's not very aware of where she stands as a woman. How could any man, especially if they married to somebody like Simone, get away with having 4 children that you don't know nothing about, not even one of them? So ultimately, that's another character flaw, which is one, you're not into your man that much. Two, you're so enamored by the man that you don't care about his past, right? Which is a flag to me. Three, you have no wherewithal of where your relationship is. You don't have any background on this man's family or whatever, and yet and still you married this man. Or four, you just pretty much really don't care, and you're just trying to go for the title or whatever. In any event, none of those things are acceptable. You should not be married to a whole man without knowing that he has 4 children, not one or two, or not, some twins tucked off in the cut. We're talking about like 4 whole lives. That's a lot.
Yeah, just 30 seconds of education. I have given many open source research classes. Instant Checkmate is a site that's about $20 a month. Google Maps will show you their house. We have found cars inside the mistress's driveway using Google Maps. Paternity suits are public knowledge. Court documents are public knowledge. Be safe, ladies. Do your research on the people that you are meeting. As part of your vetting process, do your research. Court documents is public. All of them are public. Even speeding tickets, it's public. Do your research.
Unless you're dating somebody like me. If you're dating me, don't do none of that shit. Listen to everything I tell you and believe it. All right.
Okay, so I know there's a lot of chatter in the chat about so I said it the way that I'm saying it is that how can you play on somebody's vulnerability in this moment, but you were in a vulnerable place and you want, and that's supposed to be the exception. That's my thing. Like someone took advantage of you in this position, but now 5 years later, you're taking advantage of someone else in their vulnerable place. That's how I said it. I thought that was like hypocrisy at that moment. That is my problem.
I feel you, Stace.
My other thing is that they're saying my other thing is that they're like a lot of the chat is saying that she has a 15 and 10-year-old, and y'all know I think children are off limits. She also said she was married in 2018, which was like roughly 5, 6, 7 years ago. She's 35 now. She was damn near 30 then. So clearly this was someone else that she was, married to that is outside of, the other situations.
What I want to know is, I just want to know the backstory. I would love for her to give us some clarity on how do you miss that? Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know any dudes that's that good. I mean, dude, if he is, like, I know I want to talk to him, get his info, and try to see if I can understand what kind of game this man was running, because
just a deadbeat. That's it. Like
I literally, I wrote it. They're asking. She said when all this was going on, like when they first highlighted her, it was like I was raised to be a wife and a mom, and then later she said I was shortly married. I was divorced in 2018, and I got divorced when I found out he had 4 kids. That is what was so. I would have loved for her to elaborate a little more. However, like me as a divorcee, I never mention my ex because I want to keep it positive and keep it about me. Like, I think also mentioning stuff like that is a deflection to like, oh, my past relationship didn't only work out because of this situation. So I just don't like to blame people that aren't present to defend themselves and then bring other people's kids into things. So like for me, that is what rubbed me wrong because I was not, you know, one to air out my ex or things like that. Like I wanted it to be about my journey and my growth and what I'm doing now. And Anisha, she got divorced in 2018, and she literally said on there, and I'm just telling you because I quoted it. I wrote it down. She said, "I was married shortly, and after I was married shortly after I found out he had 4 kids. I got divorced, so it all happened quickly for her."
All right.
But
So
if you owe arrears in Texas, baby, they gonna take the stuff out your wife's account too. If y'all have joint account, that money is gonna come out.
Yep.
So that might have been how she found out. So I'm being sympathetic to her.
Understood.
I'm being sympathetic to her. So it might have been like, dang, why is my money leaving my account? Like it could have been some crazy stuff that happened to her is all I'm saying.
Right, but isn't there a responsibility that we have as humans, right, to understand who we're if especially now it's not just dating, but when you're marrying somebody, it's your responsibility as that person to do your due diligence. Yes, you can accept a ring from a man, but you gotta get down to the nitty gritty. Like, this man could have did time in prison. How do you know he wasn't in the Bing? Did you check that? Like you want to make sure, and then if you have kids, has he ever been a child predator or anything? I'm bringing this man into my home, and he had, whatever. So you have to do your due diligence as a human being, as a man. If I'm, getting serious about a woman, I want to know if your credit's messed up, how many shop times you got caught shoplifting, whatever. I need to know. I want the answers. So yes, I'm going to go out, and if it costs me $30 to do it, $100, $130, $200, or whatever. If I'm that serious about you, I'm going to pay what I weigh because I'm not trying to. I'm not going to invest into something that what I mean. I need to check out of. So at the end of the day, it's still your responsibility to know everything about your partner. You can't shift blames and say, "Well, I didn't know I had to smoke screen." Like kids are living people. They're humans. Like they exist. And if a kid is born, there's a social security number, there's a birth certificate, there's a hospital, there's a mother, there's a father. Like there's 4 of them. Okay, maybe you didn't claim one. Maybe you got 2 of it. Like you just can't. I don't get it. I don't understand that. Am I wrong?
No, not at all. My vetting process starts as soon as I get the number. I'm on it.
Right.
Especially if I like you. Yeah, I'm on it.
So how would you find out? So real question. How would you find out if people had other kids? Because a lot of people are in the chat. Now I don't know if y'all are aware of this. I mean, Cynthia, you're from the islands, right? Y'all are from the islands, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So is there any way like that you would find out if maybe someone had kids outside of here? Is there a way?
Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
I don't know. I don't think so. Unless someone says somebody has to see, somebody probably gonna say something, but like, I mean, here's the thing. If you don't know, you really don't know what to search for. You know what I mean? So the islands is different from here. Of course, they have their systems and things like that, but in order for you to actually know that someone has a whole family in Haiti, somebody has to tell you. Now, here in the United States, I don't know because I don't go in depth with that type of information. I just need to know if you're a pedophile, if you touch kids, because I have kids. So that's something that I look up, because when I initially talk to you, I want to know everywhere you lived. You know, that's just a part of the conversation. And by me knowing that, that's how I know, you know, where to look, you know, what records to look up or what counties to look up. But people can hide kids. They can. I don't know, maybe y'all system that y'all use is more in depth, but if a man is a deadbeat, change his number. His baby mom or his ex-wife, whatever, the mother of his kids can't find him. How would she know? If she don't have his social, she can't put him on child support. She can't do none of that. She know all she know of his name. We got con artists, they change their name. Like, how would she know? But again, I don't know how in depth is her.
But when you meet family members, sisters, brothers, cousins, nephews, nieces, aunts, moms, dads, grandparents, right? You have like if you're marrying somebody, you know, you kind of get to know their family. You get a feel for their background or something. Like you don't just walk in and be like, yo, I'm a married.
She just walked in.
But so that's a due diligence issue then. And so my thing is, somebody in your family, they're gonna talk and they're gonna say, well, you know, what are you guys doing about those kids, or, you know, whatever, something. And you know, you could, as a wife, you would be saying, you know, hey, he doesn't have any kids, you know, I want to make his family, blah, blah, blah. And they like, wait, what? Oh, okay. You know, if you say so.
They probably don't know the kids either.
I was going to say, I have to speak. I said I wasn't going to speak, but because I have a personal situation like that. Because in real life, my daughter's father was in the military. So he was here when he lived way over there. And then he went way over there and way over there. You know what I mean? So he had a whole life that I didn't know about. And it was easy for him to hide what he was hiding. You know what I mean? And I asked those questions, but he lied to me. He was like, I've never been married. I don't have no kids. I don't this, I don't that. And, you know, he didn't have any social media. Like I checked, you know what I mean? And I didn't know. I mean, this man like pretty much asked me to marry him, and he was already married. And I was like, oh, help, you know what I'm saying? So, but I didn't know any of this. And he said he didn't have any kids. But I found out he had kids when his baby mama hit me. And I was like, wait a minute. And then she was like, what about his wife? I was like, what? Like it was a lot. And I had no idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
but
I talked about it before, but it was because of the military. So you don't really know, like.
So how did you get that? How did you get a connection with, you know, his baby's moms or whatever? How did that come out?
Because when he was in, I guess I could say when he was in Hawaii, you know, and he was, you know, so it was a situation where he was somewhere where he didn't have access to a phone, and it was just, or I was somewhere and we only had email. She knew his email address or his password or whatever. So she broke into his email and she saw that he and I were emailing back and forth. And she emailed me from his email and was like, you know, leave us alone, you know, me and our son. And I'm like, what? You know what I mean? So I had no idea, but she ended up telling me everything about him. And I was like, I had no clue. And he lied. And I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? It was like I said, he was in the military. He didn't have no social media. He didn't have anything. He told me he was never married. He didn't have no kids. He lied about his kids, everything. And that was my fault. Maybe I should dug deeper. But I really didn't think men was really out here lying about stuff like that. You know, shame on me, but you know.
Yeah, and I can understand that happening. You know, he's got one child or whatever. But I mean, if you have like multiple kids, I mean, I just don't know. That's the hard part. When you're talking 4 kids, this is 4 instances where you were able to manipulate and maneuver. And I mean, you know, it's like hiding one child is probably a lot of goddamn work. Hiding 4 children is a lot more. And I mean, I just don't know how. I don't know how somebody can pull that off.
There's deadbeats out
there. I mean,
I'm so glad. I was just gonna say, I'm so glad that Sabrina and Cynthia gave their like vantage points because it like made it make sense because like for me, even though, you know, like we lived abroad and stuff, like I just can't, I don't know, maybe it's because like I'm the mom that I am, but I just couldn't, I can't fathom not acknowledging your own kids. And then like if I go back and I think about what she said she divorced shortly after she married in 2018 when she found out he had 4 kids. So if you think about like if a baby mama found out, oh, you want to go and get married and hit her up. Like it could have been something like that happened. You know, if I think about it, somebody was like, "Oh, you gonna get married? Does she know about your kid over here?" And hit her up. I mean, like blindly finding that out because that impacts your family. You might have family plans one way, and now you find out y'all a party of 6 instead of 2. You know what I mean? So that would impact family plan, and then that's the ultimate betrayal. Like I would divorce you over that shit too. But I just like. I'm just like, I guess like what intrigues me is how did she find out, like to make the circle round? Because listening to what y'all saying and then knowing how people are, I can see somebody being like, oh, now you want to get married? I don't have these kids for you, but you ain't want to marry me, but you want to marry her, and she already got 2 kids. You over there playing daddy to somebody, like you know how people are. So it's real crazy.
I just want to let me add on that real quick before you go, P.O. And I'm only adamant about this because you know I've lived it. My nephew's last name is Andrus, so Cynthia, you may know that name. It's very popular, and a lot of it is not what the person is telling you, is what they could be telling the other family. You know what I mean? The other family may not have information about what's going on. You know, the other family may be in another country with no access to information, internet, or anything like that. So what they're telling you is legit. You see them every day. You go to their apartment every day. You go to their home every day. They work every day. But, you know, they could be hiding a whole other family.
Absolutely.
You know, somewhere else.
I've lived
it, man.
It
happens. I've seen it. Unfortunately, my nephew had to be a consequence of that. So it happens.
I know that last name.
I'm sure it's very popular. And we found out
about somebody else. I know that last name.
It's a whole family of deadbeats. So y'all are right in the chat.
I mean, I'm not just
father, son, grandfather.
Listen, you'll be surprised.
I'm not disputing.
Like
I don't dispute that. I don't dispute that there's deadbeats. I don't dispute that people tuck kids in the
mama's not telling, mama's covering, mama not telling the wife.
I don't dispute none of that. But what I'm saying is that we are responsible, right, to do the homework, to do the work. And yes, you get burned. You get burned when you don't do the work, but it's a responsibility that we all have, especially when you're combining your households or whatever. If you're putting yourself and you're marrying somebody, you need to know what type of draws they had on Thursday and what type of money's coming in the bank on Tuesday, whatever. Like you need to know everything that's going down with the person that you're going to walk to the altar with.
Oh, but you got to remember that you're like an older, nearly 50-year-old guy that has been through a lot. You know, it's not automatically assuming that a person is hiding for children. You know what I mean? Like you don't necessarily walk into a relationship
but Ty,
assuming that.
No,
you know, but once you learn, you know, then you start
but here's the thing. And let me just put you up on this, and you know this, Ty. You already know this, right? But I'm gonna put everybody up on game. When somebody gives you their telephone number, start immediately going and unraveling that. You know what it is.
I'm pretty sure there's times you didn't vet. Right? I didn't
give a because I didn't care.
If you've had a one-night stand, then you didn't vet.
Yeah, I didn't care. I didn't care about that. I'm like, what am I wasting my time and vet this for? This is
honey, I vetted, and it still wasn't good enough. And I was with this dude like almost every day for like 6 months. I was like, oh, we gonna be together. We gonna be. Clearly had no idea whatsoever. I mean, he asked my parents, could he marry me? I mean, it was a whole.
For him, it was easy, Sabrina, because he was like, it was in a whole nother, you know.
Yeah. It was crazy. But I had no idea. And had I known, and what's even crazier is like right when it happened, and before he, like right 1 month before he got deployed, is when I found out I was pregnant. I didn't even know he was deployed, and I'd found out. So yeah, so
they would have kicked him out of the military for that.
You know what?
Thanks.
That's a whole nother situation.
That's why the married folks only mess with the married folks in the military, especially during deployment.
Yeah, but that's
from what I've heard.
Found out. No, because I live in a military town. No, I live in a military town. So it's like, and when I found out they're stilo, like that's what it is. 90% of them are married, but they're always deployed. And we got school here. We have school here. So a lot of them come here for school. They be married in relationships and everything. But when they come here, they be selling these girls' dreams. Let's get married. I'm going to give you health insurance, whatever. He was here for 3 years, and I didn't know nothing about the military. Like, I wasn't even really dating like that. When I got back into dating, because I was single for 7 years before that, I was clueless. When I met him, he was saying all the right things. I was like, oh, okay. I had no idea. I looked for him on social media, everything. Couldn't find anything, asked around. Nobody really knew him because he was in the military. He wasn't from here. So yeah, like people can hide lives and do all that foolishness. And, you know, you just don't know. And had I not known, I would have never found out if that girl never emailed me. And when she emailed me, honey, she gave me an earful. But, you know, by then it was just too late. I mean, you know, but yeah, you do. You have to vet. You have to go through, and, you know, hopefully we'll get a chance to find out Koshia's story, and she'll be able to really explain it, because we've sat here probably for the last half an hour, maybe 40 minutes talking about her. You know, and it is a story that, you know, we do need to talk about, and we need to share this story, and she needs to share her story, and I need to share my story, and Stacy, and you know what I mean? Because it can help women out there, because, you know, and it's dudes out here that's living with diseases that they can't get rid of, going out here spreading it because they just don't give a F, and they just out here just, you know what I'm saying? So it's like stories like this need to be told. You know?
But you know what? I'm glad we're having this conversation, because coming into the conversation, you know, of course, I was ignorant because my experience is something else. And I'm so happy that y'all were able to like bring your experiences to like help educate me and better inform me, so that I can see like a bigger picture. Because sometimes like our vantage point, like our angles might be small or short. So I think it's important, like right now, she's probably getting, like us as cast members, she's probably getting mixed reviews. Like she's probably getting a lot of me's and few of Cynthia and Sabrina's, you know what I mean? And so it's important that you guys share like what you guys shared, because I think it's important. And I'm looking at it now, like production probably left her hanging on this, because they could have, like it could have been a more complete story, or maybe later we'll find out about it. Maybe later we'll touch up on it. And hell, maybe she's gonna go on live after this, Sabrina, and clear the whole air. But I do think that it's, you know, it's probably unfair to just blanketly look at people in some form or fashion. You know what I mean? Because to me, I'm like, how could you possibly miss this, girl? You're catching all this other stuff in other people, but with you miss this. You know, like, how could we miss this? Meanwhile, on my hand, I got people acting like they do more for their kids than what they do. And on the other side, you got people that are acting like they don't even have kids that exist. So, you know, we're limited by our experiences. So, you know, I'm not trying to typecast her in one way, but I do stand on it that I didn't like her taking advantage of old boy.
So let me
and
just
his
say,
vulnerability.
let me just have a quick programming note to say this. Take off the frames.
And then we're going to try to move forward.
We're going to move on. So this is what I'm going to say. When I break this stuff down, from my perspective, and I'm pretty much sure from everybody's perspective, we see the TV. It doesn't matter if we watch Ready to Love. If we look at this and we view this, or I view this in a way as if it's, you know, any other television show. I don't know you personally. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you do. I don't know anything about your life. So I'm going and I'm looking at what I'm seeing on TV and I'm reporting it. In the real world, I'm sure you're probably all great people, you know, that have really, you know, great lives, and, you know, you're pretty decent folks. I know from, you know, just meeting all of the other cast from just different seasons, same energy. So please don't internalize this stuff as a personal attack. I got beat up. We all, you know, took some lashes or whatever from our seasons for whatever might have been questionable. So at the end of the day, you know, I'm just going to give you my perspective, and hopefully, you know, at a later date, we can all sit back and laugh at this stuff. I'm done.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank y'all for that discussion. It was definitely a much needed conversation. So let's move forward. Hot and bothered. How did y'all feel about the game that they did? I liked the game. It gave them a chance to like really kind of get to know some of the women, probably more information than what they needed to know. But I liked the game. What y'all think?
It was too long.
Will was cheating.
It's giving icebreaker. It's giving icebreaker. Like there's nothing really going on between these people. So let's interject ourselves into the storyline and like let's make some energy happen, because it's nothing really flashing here. So I just feel like production, this was a card of production. Maybe they saw it coming and they had a play. I'm sorry, PO, to be your production person, but you've been growing on me.
But the funny thing about this was that the answers, the questions was answered, you know, by the guys. So there were conversations that was happening that wasn't shown. So I don't know if it's like an editing problem for the first episode, because there's information that they were asking that some of the guys knew, some of the guys didn't know. So they was having some meaningful conversations. But when I watched it, I was like, this is so bland. Like, what are they talking about? Is nothing interesting here, you know? So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I didn't like it either. I thought I'm sorry, I'm just jumping real quick. I thought it was too long, and at the end of the day, it just, I didn't like the immunity thing. Like this is getting to be like Game of Thrones or some other, you know, stuff. I just didn't have a good place here for that game.
I mean, it would make sense if all of the things that were on the card was something that they ensured that the ladies had a conversation with all the guys, right? And if they missed it, then it just becomes a memory contest. And it don't make sense because like the first day, you're trying to remember 10 different ages, locations,
Names.
Which one of y'all got kids, you know what I mean? Which one of y'all interests, you know what I mean?
But Ty, remember this is only 5 and not 10. They got to remember
I understand.
5.
But again, the topics that they talked about, I'm not sure if they all had that conversation. Like, remember when I said, do you think she talked about being flued out with every single one of those guys?
Mm-hmm.
So how are they supposed to know that? You know what I mean? And then they're not all putting up the answers up at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the questions was dumb. Like if you had any common sense, then you could figure out the question. Because in the question would be something like, this mother said blah, 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 blah. Only 2 of them got kids. You know what I mean? So you got 50-50 chance of getting the answer right. And if you put up a name of someone that don't have no kids, then you just need to go home.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I didn't like it. I understand they're trying to do something different. I understand for us, we're looking at something different, but I don't want to have a memory contest on day one. Like, don't try to challenge me on my memory. Like, especially if I'm only trying to focus on the 1, 2, 3 people that I like. You know what I mean? And now I'm getting voted off because you asking me a question about somebody I ain't even paying attention to.
And then what does immunity have to do with real connection?
Right.
So you don't have to have a real connection, but as long as you get these
have
answers,
a good memory.
Exactly.
On,
well, let me be the devil advocate here.
Uh-oh.
I liked it too, Stan. I'm with you. I don't know what you were about to say, but I agree.
I like the immunity because it showed that at least it shows the people that was being intentional in their conversation. And that one guy, well, the 2 guys at the end, they were the ones that had the most meaningful conversation. Obviously, we didn't see it, but obviously they did because they knew who was who and who said what. And even a simple thing about I think it was Alexis playing basketball. Some people got it, some people didn't. One guy said she looked like she played basketball. No, she don't. You have to hear in the conversation, so it shows that this particular, what's his name, the one with the gray suit, the one that want the 2 to 10 kids. Well, it's too early for us to remember. Dominique was intentional. He really had conversations with these women. He really did. This guy that's next to him, he was just cheating. Whatever Dominique would put up, he would look to see. And he would still get it wrong.
He said, you gotta admit, the day is a whole lot easier if you know you're not going home.
Yeah. Yeah, but this happened before. All the conversation he had happened before this moment. So
but
after
the ladies
this,
knew.
He, of course he's going to be at a place of ease because he did all the hard work before. He didn't know about this game. Well, I don't know if he knew because sometimes.
Well, no, because it's still light outside when they're playing the game.
But I'm saying the ladies know they ain't going home.
Oh, okay.
If they ain't feeling the dude, they ain't gotta, they ain't even really gotta try.
But okay, so that's what was missing though, Ty, from this episode for me. Because I was like, how do they know a guy is going, like, why is a guy going home when a guy didn't show up? Like, to me, it would have made more sense to make it even to take a woman out for elimination because there was already a guy that didn't show up. So for me, this was like kind of weird because like, why are 2 guys going? It's given like my season again, and that was my issue.
It's the new RTL math.
Right. Which is equivalent to toilet paper math. 2 rolls of theirs equal 1 roll of theirs.
And I mean, I understand allowing the ladies to feel more comfortable than the men and actually putting the men to the test. But if that's the case, then they should put all of the men out there and all of the ladies out there and then put them to the test.
So the ladies going to have their chance next week. They're going to be put to the test.
I'm all for putting them all together and then eliminating 2 people. 2 women and 2 men.
Ari said there was only 4 women and 5 guys. Mm-hmm. So is next week it going to be 6 women and 4 guys? Like what's this math? Like this, like even with her bringing that up, that doesn't make sense. Like something's off already. Like why would you start the first episode with 6 guys and 4 women?
Well, Dominique ended up winning, so he got immunity. So let's talk about this scene right quick here.
She was done with him. As soon as he was like, the dingling was that good, she was like,
oh,
excuse me? And he talking about, you want to exchange Instagram? I would have told that nigga, bye.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, read the room, bro. Don't even ask for the number.
He was
After he asked for the Instagram.
He was like, despite the red flags that she has displayed to me, ding-a-ling.
Look, Corey number 2. Corey.
Corey was trying, man. Corey was trying. Corey was dropping notes everywhere.
Hard.
Paul, let me ask you a question, Paul. If you're serious about a woman, are you going to ask for her Instagram?
Hell no. I want the
Give
number.
Me your number.
Yeah, exactly. Give me your number, the address. I need to know what street you live off of or whatever.
Somebody asked me for my Instagram in the beginning. That's an absolute no, because a lot of times I don't even want people to even see my Instagram.
Yeah.
Or to even know, like, I was, you know what I mean, on a show or whatever. Or, because that make them want to even try to like me or want to date me or come after me because they think like they gonna get clout or whatever the case. I don't want. I'd be like, I don't have
one guy do that. I gave him my real estate page. He found my personal page. I think that was day 2. And I was like, yeah, I kind of vet guys out for a week. I don't give them 90 days. They just got a week. And he was
Who you referring to, Sam?
No, this guy, he wasn't on the show. And he thought it was a joke. And day 7, he like, guess what day it is? I said, what day it is? He said it's a week. I said, okay, I'm gonna call you back. I ain't never called that man back.
Yeah.
Like, I mean what I say.
I hate when they ask me for my social media. I'd be like, why? Why does my social get to no? It's like
it's giving where the other 10 at.
That's what it's given.
Everything that happened to me happened in this episode made me wonder where. Okay, let me see next week. Because like I want to say, was it you, Tyrone, or maybe J-Dub was like, okay, this was like they're looking at like this 10, this is disposable. All of them are disposable until next week. Any of them could get eliminated until next week. And we won't be mad if any of them's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm hoping the next 10 are about that, because if I'm let down next week, I'm going to let y'all know after dark.
Exactly. If I'm in that first group of guys, I'm feeling some type of way. You know what I mean? I would feel like, what do you call it? Cannon fodder for the show. You know what I mean? Like they don't care if any one of them had got voted off. Honestly, I feel like they was actually trying to highlight a specific person by putting them with the rest. That's just my opinion.
Who's
I'll let y'all figure it out.
No, I can't figure it out. I need you to give me a cheat sheet.
I feel like they were trying to make a certain person stand out.
Who? Male or female?
One of the guys, obviously.
It ain't that damn obvious, Ty.
The two,
because ain't nobody standing out to me.
Ain't but four dudes.
Nobody standing out.
It gotta be 2 to 10. It can't be nothing else.
No, 2 to it's 0 to 0, baby. Because I don't know who's standing out to that.
I've always felt like, man, I should be saying this out loud. Paul, earmuffs, Paul, earmuffs. But I've always felt like, it's the same crew that is picking the guys and the women.
Oh, yeah.
And they always seem to do a great job with the women. And I honestly do not know who's picking. Not that I'm getting on them, but I honestly feel like a different set of people should be picking the men.
Well, okay.
But I feel like they're the same group.
Let me help you out with that.
I can agree because I don't know
Here's the problem.
who's standing out in the men.
Here's the problem.
I need y'all to show me somebody else.
Now, here's the problem. Men are not signing up for this show. They're not doing it. And so what happens is they get people out there scouting people, and then when they don't get enough before they get the run started, right? Because they have a time slot that they got to get it done. Yeah, they just start taking bodies. Like, you know what? You'll do. And he's just like, we need a warm body in here. We'll put him in a suit and see how we shine him up, and then they eliminate you from the door. They already know you going home.
We can see that all the women are gainfully employed and have set industries of business. We've seen the men with production, as far as production is concerned, juggle different jobs and titles under their names. Like, this is confusing at this point. I don't know who is standing outside. Maybe somebody's standing out to you, but as a woman, I'm looking for the other 10. I hope they got about 12 to 15. Oh boy, said 2 to 10. I'm looking for 12 to 20, baby.
Basically, what I'm saying is, I think they need a Spartan on the team to vet the men.
Mm-hmm. Who the Spartan?
They say they vet the men.
I think they're missing out, because I feel like guys can point out other good guys that are actually there for the show.
But they say they vetted the guys.
But the dudes, everybody from my season, and I'll tell you what, maybe I shouldn't divulge this, but I'll say this. I know for sure Clifton, Tori, myself, and 3 others were asked to come on. We didn't know nothing about this. We're like, man, what is this even? Right? And then Clifton didn't even have to go through all of the other rigorous stuff. They just like, oh, you want in? All right, cool. We'll get him on. And then
somebody on my season 2, they only knew that a week before we filmed.
Yeah. So,
like I said, somebody on my season got called up the day before we filmed.
Yeah. So
and it was a lady.
Yeah, it's not like they got a big plethora of men that they gotta go through because everybody's trying to get on here. It's like, yo, we don't have nobody to rock with this stuff, so we need to just put people on here and see what's good.
But that's a disadvantage for the women, because
it is a disadvantage.
That's one of the questions I asked when you sit down with the production. I'm like, y'all telling me y'all found some qualified men down here in Miami? Yeah. I say, y'all vetted these guys? Yeah. And then when you get to know the guys, they tell you like, no, this, that. You like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Baby, let me tell you something. We
over here crying and y'all ain't doing y'all job.
They lied talking about, these women is gonna be thick. Well, nobody thick from my season.
What the hell?
Well, let me tell you something. I had one on the apology tour this weekend from my season, child.
You would have liked our season, PO.
I should have came on your season. I might have found me a husband.
Whose season?
Yours, somebody's shit. Somebody's.
Maybe so.
Anybody's.
That's how everybody feel about other people's seasons. I feel like they would be like, dang, I would have been, because I said for the
there was nobody from my season you could vibe with. Nobody. Let me tell you something. Nope. I ain't doing that to you, sis.
I used to say the same thing. If I was on that season, maybe I would have. If I was on that season, I might have would have. A lot of people say that from other seasons.
I'm saying it from my season. You and you don't belong here. There ain't no man for y'all here, honey. Y'all are upper echelon. The echelon stops here.
Yeah, I would put the DC and even the Potomac fellas up against, you know.
I feel like y'all are the best we've seen.
I think we do well.
What, DC?
Like
Men
DC and Potomac together, I think
combined. I think those have been the best men we've seen so far.
I agree. Yeah.
I can't say who I would vibe with. Y'all just gotta be watching. Y'all gotta be watching our stuff.
Yeah, they was dressed well. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Everybody, first of all, let me tell you something. When we discuss the DC and Potomac, okay, most of y'all have government jobs, which means y'all have already been vetted through and through, tried and true through the federales. Like, everybody smell like money. And no misdemeanors and no felonies. Let's stop there. Even Corey and his little crazy ass, his background check is clean, baby.
Yeah, Corey does well. Corey.
Yeah. He got 6 figures.
Well. So everybody.
He got but let me tell you, y'all 6 figures don't stop and start at 100,000, 110, 120,000. Y'all 6 figures start at maybe 210. That's the lower income. Like the lower part of like entry level is y'all's 210. So while everybody playing, I stand on this when I say it, not just because I love me some Thai, I love me some PO. But DC men as a whole on the DC seasons of Ready to Love, and I'm gonna throw in Jay Bradley, are the best. Oh, and London from Atlanta.
What about Mike Bless?
Oh, that fine thing. I didn't even go that far back.
I was about to say because everybody loved Mike Bless.
But you know what? Like Mike Bless is like, I'm light bright. He's like,
oh.
I don't even think about it. I'm over here in the chocolate sphere. I'm in the Milky Way. My brain goes to the Milky Way, baby. I don't think about 2 lightning bugs lighting up a room. That's not what I think about.
Ty, is that true? Everybody from DC season got PIV cards?
Yeah.
Bro, we do really well, man. all of us do really well.
No, for sure. I know what that government money is like. I know what that government cheese is like.
I mean, like, we talking about grown women stuff, not super. You talking about somebody that can be around your kids, everybody on the DC seasons. Well, you know, Frank, he might give a little too much nakedness in his Instagram. But was he DC or was he a Miami season? I can't remember.
Was DC, yeah.
DC,
yeah. He might give over exposure, but everybody else cleared that background check, can be around kids, don't have no felonies, no warrants, they don't have no arrears on their child support. We know DC Potomac, y'all passed a different level of scrutiny than the rest of them had to.
All right, guys, we got 7 minutes and we 1 hour past due.
Right. We were supposed to be 52
My
minutes
bad.
over, right?
All right, let's run through these.
Let's
I already just showed the pictures. I already showed the pictures. So of course, towards the end, Dominique was saved because he did win the Q&A, but we did have DeMonte and we had William on the chopping block, and DeMonte was the one, of course, that was eliminated. And I just want to say shout out to DeMonte because he did come on. I'm not sure if you guys that are watching right now, he did come on for a little while with us to kind of clear the air. So y'all are going to have to definitely catch the replay to see that. But any final thoughts on DeMonte, William, the end, etc., before we wrap it up?
I got mad respect for DeMonte because he got the 1-button suit, 1-button tuxedo jacket. He didn't button that in. You know what I mean? No doubt. You know, he came through, he rep. Yeah, I mean, That's it.
That's
That's all I
crazy.
get.
They sent him home versus Williams, though.
Yeah,
Baby,
I thought
that's
he
what
was
I
left
thought.
free.
That was crazy because I did not think
Yes.
DeMonte was going home. Even though even this picture is freaking with my vision, it looks like it's like a afterglow. It looks like it's a glow outside of it to me. But yeah, I did not think he was going home.
Yeah, I didn't either. Yeah. I thought with all when the women were going through like who they connected with and who they did not connect with, they were like, Will, like it was so like many. I was like, yeah, Will's going home. Like I didn't even know DeMonte was even on like the radar. I knew like what's her name? I think it was April said something about like he had bad credit, whatever. And y'all gotta watch the replay. He cleared that up. I mean, he didn't really clear it up, but he spoke what he could on it and what he had to say. So y'all,
because they was friends and he was having a vulnerable moment and he was talking to her. But you left the comedian on the.
Yeah.
I know because I felt like the comedian, AK, gun shooter teacher, like
William,
all of the things like y'all talked about, like it was him and then someone else left, so that was confusing to me.
Yeah, facts.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. That's what I want to say.
I mean, I don't want to say like who should have got sent home or not. I just feel like we were just gypped, on a half a show.
Yeah.
Well,
because you know what really. Oh, go ahead, Ty.
If we're gonna be adults, then be adults. You know what I mean? Stop with the ringers. Stop with the extra stuff. Stop with the games. Put the adults in the room. Let the adults be adults and figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then promote the love if there's a connection. And stop trying to interfere with connections.
Yeah.
Curate the connections.
Yeah.
I agree, Ty. And in fairness, someone already left the -1. We should have waited, seen everybody. It could have been it could have been almost a cliffhanger. Okay, but no one. Okay, here's the bottom 2, but no one's getting eliminated. And then on the 3rd episode, you can send 2 home. You know what I mean? After everyone meets. That I feel like that would have been more like climactic for us. Like that would have had us like, oh, okay, let's get to the 3rd episode or the end of the 2nd and see, okay, once everyone, the 3rd, because you got to go through the 2nd mixer. So the 3rd episode, the beginning of the 3rd, let's see who's going. Now that everybody met each other, now what's up? Like this wasn't, I feel like this was a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
I think they should.
It was set up correctly. I'm not gonna lie. It was set up correctly. The opportunity was missed.
Tyrone.
Yeah, I think they should have the 2 weeks, do the mixer, and then tell everybody that they're sending 3 men and 3 women home, but only send 2.
That's a good concept. I like how that sounds.
But I'm curious to see what next week is going to look like. Are the other 10 going to have their own mixer, or they're going to bring these people from today, from what it was, Friday
Getting their own mixer.
No, I feel like they're sending one of the ladies home next week, which is not fair because now the men don't have to try.
Right.
Well,
but
what is crazy?
Combined all the cast members.
No,
they're
not.
So what's crazy? Well, what Sin is talking about, I think, Sin, and you can correct me, is like in the previews, we saw a limited amount of people from this episode, and then we saw them offer up people that will survive the next episode, which I think is crazy to me because we already know who's going to make it through the next episode. And it is not equitable. You know what I mean? Like, where's the rest of the people? So I think that was kind of crazy.
They're not meeting to the brunch because remember he said this mixer, the next mixer, and then everybody's gonna meet at the brunch.
But the previews gave the answers to next mixer. Some of the answers to next mixer.
Yeah, the previews make no sense. You see people,
and it
with 2 or 3 people,
Right. It
See them
showed
in
people
bed with
from
people
this
already.
mixer.
Exactly.
It
Right.
gave
What
some
is
of the
y'all doing?
answers to next
In the
mixer
house.
post the third mixer brunch. So we know who's going to make it through 3 episodes already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
they
don't
showed
show
Because
the
we
bridge
saw it in the
already.
advertisements.
they showed
Yeah.
too
They
much.
showed the bridge already.
Facts. I done seen
This
a couple
better,
This
tattoos
was the
I
house.
recognized on the foot. I was like, hey.
What is he?
this better
What does
be
he
like,
do?
is this a 8 episode season? Because this can't be 11 episodes because we done already seen 1 through at least 4
They can give us 11.
in the preview.
11.
We
This
don't got
can't
some
be
Hey,
11.
twerk
I have a
action.
question. I got a question. Are they filming somewhere else after this? Is there another city, or is this just it? Is this
Oh,
the
I haven't
parking?
heard.
Is this the
In
parking lot?
Texas.
I think this might be the parking lot.
Mm,
Because aren't they filming another season of Make a Move?
they didn't say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
You
like
know
they didn't
something.
say
You
if
know something, Stacy.
they.
I
Oh,
don't know, but I have my own
Yes, you do.
speculations. I really don't.
yeah. Aries said, "Hey, boo, I ain't speak to you all day. Hey, girl. Hey, Aries, boo." She
Yeah.
said no casting announcement. I haven't heard any
Yeah.
either.
Can I just say something? Aries
Yes.
been real comfortable in the comments. You need
Who?
to come up on the panel.
Aries is going
Aries.
in on the
Right.
comments.
Look, Aries
Right.
must got her bonnet on or something because Aries knew
No.
that we was
Aries
doing
get
this
the
tonight.
same damn shit we
She
get.
knew we were doing this tonight. I said
I saw it.
she knew.
Sabrina,
Oh,
I saw you send it. Aries. WW.
Oh gosh. She said I will for the brunch. Oh, okay. Well, oh, you gonna come on the panel for the brunch? Maybe that's what she's saying.
Well, I
Okay.
be trying my hardest to moderate these comments, but tonight they were moving so fast, like the comments was like ding 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 ding. I was like,
Yeah,
I was
when
over here like
Devontae
trying
came
my
on,
best.
look, y'all was
I
telling
wonder what
Devontae.
Aries we're gonna get for the panel. Are we gonna get
Y'all be
chat
forgetting.
Aries, or we gonna get TV Aries on the panel?
So, oh no, on the
Ooh, not the
panel, y'all.
shade. Not the shade, Jesus.
One thing about
Aries is always
speak her
Aries
mind.
tie.
Yeah, Aries speak her mind. So I've already, and I've reached out to a couple of other people, and hopefully one of these episodes, Jeffrey will also be joining us.
Ooh.
Not sure exactly which one, but she's going to be joining us as well. Who said it'll be nice?
I said, ooh. Like,
I thought you
that
said
was
ew. I was like, Stacy.
No, my ear was like, yeah. I'm dramatic. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, so she might be joining us. So hopefully we'll have a couple people popping in and out. You know what I mean?
We have very differing opinions, honey. So that will be interesting.
Yeah, well, it's the panel, and I'm sure
That's what you bring.
You got to bring your own. I mean, Tyrone and PO was kind of going at it a little bit earlier. You know what I'm saying? We don't always got to agree. You know what I'm saying?
Tyrone always going. He normally goes differently with me, but I've been siding with Tyrone all night.
So yeah, get off the screen. Can't nobody see you. Can't nobody see you. That I'm gonna yeah, we're gonna ban you with your short man self.
Who?
You and all your short men, please leave the stage. Somebody backstage, child. That's why I be hating to put the StreamYard link because it's up in the chat and someone. Ew, golly. Anyway, it's time to go. That's what that was for. The universe was saying it's time to go. Ugh, golly. Anyway, let's go around the room. Please introduce yourselves. Let them know where they probably have seen your face, because a lot of people don't even know. People like, wait, Sabrina, you were on Ready to Love. I'm like, so please let the people know where they can see you on social media, where they can find you on social media, and where they have seen your face before, and we will roll it on out.
What's up, everybody? Tyrone E. Wilson, Ty Wilson 21. Everywhere I was on Ready to Love DC, I have purposely been quiet on social media. But come January 24th for my birthday, we'll see how it goes. So stay tuned, and I want to know what y'all think. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Where can they find you on social media? I'm sorry, Paul.
Yeah, I'm at Ty Wilson 21 everywhere.
Okay.
All right, hey Ty, man, you gotta let me know what's good with the turn up, man, for your B-Day.
Hey, I'm gonna be on the ship, man.
I mean,
I already told you.
You solo dolo, or you rolling with somebody?
I'm going solo.
Oh, come on, man! You gonna tell me at the last minute though? I got passports, air miles, sky miles, boat miles. I got it all.
Did I say that out loud, Stacey?
You did. You did.
What did you say?
I said he got a habit of not showing up.
Oh.
Nah.
I know. I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
That was a fake understand, PO, but
no,
whatever.
that was real deal.
Stacey wasn't there either.
You know what it was.
But
so.
I understand.
But I'm a procrastinator with kids. So
hey, listen,
boom,
man. Listen,
bye. You ain't want to send me no credits for that ticket. So
hey,
boom, bye.
Okay, PO, let's go.
Yeah, let me go. And just real quick, program note. That was a $2,500 loss I took on that one. PO Potomac, Ready to Love, season, I don't know, 5, 6, whatever. Catch me 100 sightings. I'm out here, there, everywhere. Done.
Cynthia.
All right, guys. My name is Cynthia. You can find me on all platforms. Truly Sin. I am from Ready to Love Miami, season 7. I'm out.
Stacey.
Wait a minute, Sin.
Oh.
So what you doing right now? You dating? What you got going on, girl?
I'm dating.
So
I'm single. I'm free. I'm dating. I'm happy.
You're outside. You're loving it.
I'm not really outside.
No, I mean like you're free to date whomever. You don't have one guy locked in.
No, I'm free to date. I'm dating.
Okay, so one thing I've learned about you on your social media, baby, your whole family beautiful. Let's start and stop there. You and them damn sisters, baby. Your family beautiful. Can't nobody say nothing about y'all.
They're beautiful. The guy's handsome. We just do our thing. Thank you.
I mean, I go down to about 34. So if you ever want to introduce me to a relative that may be over 6'1", I'm open to it.
Okay, I'm thinking.
I like chocolate.
Okay. All right.
Speaking of that, Nichelle, yes, we are still doing single soulmates, but I'll speak about that in a second. All right, we're gonna do the extra dirty. I love you, Cynthia. I love you, Stacey, but it is past my bedtime. Stacey, please let the people know where they can find you and where they have seen your beautiful face.
I mean, all these people know me by now. They see my stuff. They be liking me to ask the extra questions in my little time allotted. They like this little extra.
I literally have like 1,000 new subscribers since we did last Ready to Love. So it's a lot of people that might not know you. So.
All right, Stacey_B with 3 E's. Y'all know I kind of got like social media ADD, so I got to align myself in one place. Sabrina, you'd be so proud of me. So I have it going to my YouTube channel. Okay. Don't ask. Oh, All Up in the Bees. That's what it's called. All Up in the Bees. Okay. Because y'all know our last name start with B. But that's what it is. I'm trying to do better with social media. Okay. But I'm a business owner. I got kids. I'm a mom. I cook every day. So sometimes my schedule gets the best of me, but I'm trying to do better with scheduling this year. I've been saying that for a while, but I really mean it this year.
Okay.
It's part of my dream board.
Well, we're going to push you. We're going to push you. We your push brothers and sisters. We're going to push you, okay?
I love it.
All right.
She ain't gonna do it.
So, all right, guys. So I am Miss Sabrina Seoul. You guys may have known me from Ready to Love DC, and you can find me everywhere on all platforms at Miss Sabrina Seoul. And just to let you know, yes, tomorrow night we are doing the Queen's panel of single soulmates. So definitely tune in tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Thursday, on Thursday, we're doing the Kings panel. So, of course, the questions are both the same for the Kings and the Queens. You'll have a woman and a man's perspective of the answers for the questions that we're going to be discussing. Wednesday night, Queens panel. Thursday night, Kings panel. Then here, Ready to Love Dallas Part 2, we're going to do episode number 2, live reaction watch party on Friday. We'll see you next week for the panel, and go over to Sabrina and J Dub. We have our new YouTube channel, and just to let you know, I just put the first vlog out. But anyway, love you so much, guys. Make sure you click that thumbs up on my channel, Tyrone's channel, and J Dub's channel. And shout out to all the new subscribers. And just to let you know, we are the Ready to Love family over here, and we love you guys so much. Happy New Year. Love you. Bye.
It keeps giving